feeling that it is going to be a lion.
Wow, what made you think of that?
Just, oh, I guess I must say, yeah. Oh, there we go. Lion.
It's pretty much 100% almost.
Blackbeard, Dokkaebi.
And Dokkaebi, you sure? Or will it be Glass? Or Blackbeard, ooh.
King, alright.
Oh,
no,
that is something we did not expect.
No,
we have seen it in the past, but something we have seen as targeted ban towards Chaos is the Monty.
Mira.
Oh, Mira. Ooh, you're not even on camp, so very nice that you're showing off. But
Echo, whoa!
Echo being banned straight away, and that's usually the one that's being banned second after Mira.
Yeah, I wanted to say Echo second, but now, well, will T3H ban Mira, or will they be like, okay, we'll keep it then? It's a quick decision, though.
Well, Mira always a nice one to have on the defense, but
Mira.
they still take it out of the equation. And that means that none of these teams will be able to use it. And now we will go into the first round. It will be Chaos attacking. And T3H holding on for their dear lives. As Chaos has been seen to be very strong and instantly picking up their Monty.
Yeah, no ban, and Renils is like, finally.
It's my time to shine.
I wanted to play it yesterday. Not allowed to, but here we go. Monty out.
Yeah, and we are slightly sad that Orgless didn't make the finals, because if they would have to face off against T3H, it would have been some fireworks, as two of their former players are currently now playing with T3H. And well,
oh, Monty, no, why you do this, Renils?
Oh, Buck, but that's also pretty logical.
Yeah, it's also a good one, but I wanted to see the Monty, man. I was so happy.
You're so happy, but sometimes happiness turns into sadness, as we now see the Pulse coming out instead of the Vigil. And will that mean more kills, or will it mean a quicker death?
Denying from below, most likely, so that would have, you know, Chaos will now have to clear the bottom floor first. I think he's gonna play in like kitchen and the toilets there. Well, service entry toilets, to say it correctly. At least that's the guess I have about that. Now we're going to see Meister put down one of his evil eyes, most likely to stop a termite charge going down from that one. That's interesting.
Risky. Just put it right in their faces.
No, I mean, you have to use a grenade on it anyway to kill it, or a Zofia, but I've not actually... Interesting use of evil eyes.
Well, sometimes you learn something from the best. But maybe Chaos is better, so then we will have to watch out what they do on the defensive side. But now we see an Ashen. That usually means some fast play and maybe some fast entries, as secretly the man who's a roaming legend is taking on that operator. So far we've been very impressed. One moment he's somewhere, some moment later he is on the other side of the map getting another kill. He opens up rounds time and time again.
Now, the fact that he's using a laser sight also says something about his playstyle. If you're holding angles, you do not want to use a laser sight. So that probably means that he is more of a fast, kind of paced guy. Of course, you're using Ash as well, so 3 speed. But you're not going to use a laser sight if you're going to hold angles for longer than like a few seconds. You really want to use that laser sight if you are getting up close to someone and want to actually be able to get that hip fired up.
Now Oregon is reloading, but right around the corner there is Red Groove holding off against a possible jump out. With that Claymore hoping that someone will jump into his arms and right into his trap. But right around the corner as well there is a player and he's making some noise. Is it Reynolds? Yes it is. Now he will. Oh. His drone game on point. Oregon now on half HP. But he has some support from his mate Hunter. But now it's Oregon with the first kill onto Reynolds. A great flick, and that starts things off nicely. Para with the follow-up. I said Hunter, but it is Hungry, I'm afraid. Snuken is now taking down Oregon, makes it a 4v3. Still the advantage for T3H. And they try to extend it, and so they will rain in with the spray down onto Snuken. And it's now secretly Red Groove trying to make this work eventually.
Secretly still alive though, so... You know, he has some opportunities, but T3H shouldn't be giving this away technically, as they have the big advantage. 1 minute left, and well, they have full side control, so there is no real entry as of yet for Chaos to go in from.
Yeah, I believe Chaos is just hoping that at a certain moment in time T3H will overstep their boundaries and give them the chance to get that entry, but so far no one is really peeking. But it's now secretly trying to find an entry right here. Pulse is around the corner, is pre-firing, downing secretly. Of course he does not know, but meanwhile is also Thermite being taken out by Iranian. And that means the round goes to T3H. They have the opener they were looking for. And just holding angle is sometimes the way to just win a round.
Yeah, definitely. And well, that's a good start for them. That first round is also important. And well, I hope for them they can keep it up.
I hope so too, as they are slightly the underdog, if I listen to your prediction correctly.
I think Case is normally able to take this hands down, especially since, of course, T3H is playing with two people who haven't had any practice in their lineup, who, you know, don't know the T3H strats through and through. So, you know, Chaos, a squad that has been playing with each other for quite a long time now, they should be having more cohesion than the current lineup of T3H should have. So, in that case, they should be taking it.
And now we actually see the last second swap go the other way. It is Pulse taken out of the equation for a Vigil, and that might mean that T3H is going to roam a little bit differently. Now they will be holding the kitchen and surface entrance bomb sites and try to win that way, as we still see the Ash coming out for security, still eager to run in like a madman and still try to win it for his team.
Yeah, definitely. They will have to swap up some things though, as it clearly did not work out last round. They need to unite maybe, or just win their gunfights first. I don't know what went wrong exactly. Like
I think it was Oregon, right? He was just holding that angle. He was droned out, but somehow they didn't get the kill. And they couldn't pincer it. They were too scared.
Buck, he just peeked and he didn't pre-fire while peeking. And I think that's what got him killed, because he was so low. Literally one bullet would have killed him. So if he would have went in just for a pre-fire, then he would have got that kill.
Yeah, but like also the problem was, it was pretty much only Renault's trying to get that kill, despite there being
Red in the window as well.
Yeah, but he was a bit slow, right?
Because if he peeks, then he's gonna, like, he's Thermite, of course, so he's just there for pressure. He doesn't need to peek that.
And like Hungry was also around the corner, so that would maybe make him go dead as well.
Possibly.
So now we will see the new action phase. We will see if Chaos can bring it back, as they are now slowly moving up. Yes, again, secretly, of course, going a bit more rapid. This is Logic Bomb coming in, so he can get a bit more information, but nobody really close to him. That means the drone game is on once again.
Yeah, and they will be spotting out Meister, who is falling back downstairs, so little to worry about yet. No, you will be droned out sometime soon again. He's most likely going to play into the Sunrise Bar, which he indeed does. So they're gonna meet him sometime soon again.
Yes, and now it is Crips also hunting a little bit with that SMG-12. But of course, when you're just holding an angle, the chances of a defensive player running right in it are relatively small. Now there is a bigger spot from Reynolds, also spots the ADS, so knows his nades won't do too much right there. Secretly also has some info. The drone game on point right now from Chaos.
Yeah.
So many positions, but they have so little entry so far.
They need kitchen control to get Buck to its full potential, as Snookin takes down Pyra there. Quick little frag. Don't know how exactly it happened, but that's Vigil of the board. One roamer less to worry about. Giving a good opening to Chaos. There's still two though they have to worry for.
And now they have still 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock, so they should maybe hurry up a little bit as Sir Boss takes down Crips. And that makes it a 4v4. And of course, Sir Boss again with a frag. We've seen him do mighty fine stuff yesterday. Now he's trying to wallbang, trying to get another kill, but he overcommits, dies to Secretly. And with 1 minute left on the clock, it is Chaos again in the lead with players. Now they will need to get those entries, and somehow Reynolds gets the kill on Too Hungry. And that means there's only 2 players left for T3H. Radiant out of position, and Oregon somewhere else on a different floor entirely.
Yeah, and they do have complete control of the bomb. Well, the diffuser has been planted, and Secretly is about to find Iranian as Red Rift takes on Oregon. It's going to be all up Iranian now, and it's going to be taken out by Secretly. 1-1 in rounds. Chaos taking this one relatively clean.
And that means it's now 1-1 once again. Secretly just holding the angle, getting a few frags. As he had a little bit of trouble last round, now he is readjusting. Still now in favor of running in.
Yep.
And we see what he can do. I'm very curious to see what his defensive side will bring. And of course, this is the map pick of Chaos, which means that they weren't allowed to choose where they want to start.
Of course, not in, well, the Grand Kitchen again. Didn't really work out last time, so they really have to change something up if they want to be able to defend this properly now. Might have an extra guy on site and one less roamer. That might be the way they're going.
Yeah, they were very split and just got taken care of when they really overcommit on the spray, especially like Sir Boss had one frag. Of course, he was stuck there, but I think he could have possibly sneaked out a little bit or just ran away.
Yeah, possibly, or just do more damage while being stuck in there. You never know.
You never know, indeed. And now the new round will start. We don't see any swap rounds. That is the first time we have that in a very, very long time. Well, instant evil eye being committed by Iranian just to have that entry point covered off. I'm very curious to see where he'll put the other ones, as he's now still reinforcing with his mates. Scale's just setting up those drones so when the round starts they can move in, get the most info as fast as possible so secretly can run in and frag like mad.
Yeah, most likely secretly will be entering from somewhere upstairs again. Now, last time that was Pool. However, Sir Boss is playing there now, so I think they might skip that one and possibly go for Hookah if I'm looking at it like this.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Iranian still setting up his last
Why these evil eyes? I don't get, like, okay, well, I mean, probably gonna be harder to hit with a grenade to take it down. So yeah, I think that's probably the reason. Because if you could put them on the ground as well, but then you just have to toss a grenade next to it. Now you have to actually cook it till it explodes on the actual floor, and you won't be. Oh, do you want to waste the S charge on a like a doorpost?
You don't wanna, but sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, but like I'm thinking of the way that he is like deciding on why to put the evil eye on the door frame instead of like the actual wall or the floor. As we see secretly about to go in, quickly reloading his R4C, getting another drone in as his old drone gets killed.
Oh, Oregon meanwhile with first kill onto Renault, tries to get a second, and so he will. Another headshot onto Cripps, and that is the advantage that T3H needed. Now it's also secretly dying when Sir Boss just peeks in, gives him a drive-by, and suddenly a 5v2, and that is relatively early into the round, and it's only your boy Snook left. As Red Groove gets taken out by Para. Well, this seems to be a quick 2-1 lead.
Yeah, as we do see relatively clean rounds coming out, and Snook in here trying to take care of the Meister, but he knows one is coming up from upstairs as he hears the barricade being broken. Now, he's trying to find a different way, and he's trying to get some pre-fires down, but he's not quite able to do so yet, and that actually was an impact on the door to kill the Claymore, giving Hungry the opportunity to get this frag. We'll be getting it. Snook taken out by Hungry, and a 2-1 now for T3H.
Well, Chaos back to the drawing board as they just got 1v1 time and time again. Oregon was pushed by 2 players, but was very able to hold it off. Just getting 1 kill, having a little bit of time to readjust, and then just spray down the second, even though he was out in the open. I would say slightly out of position. Still his aim pulled through, and that means there's a second round now for T3H, a collective effort. As they are now setting up for yet a new round. Chaos not really doing anything different with this setup though.
Oh, why change the winning formula?
Well, is it winning?
Right now they're 2-1 in front against the Pro League team.
That's true.
So, I mean...
Oh, now we see a Valkyrie. And we
also see an IQ, so...
Secretly.
That 6 pick is directly being countered by the 6 pick of Chaos.
And how much is this research and how much is this luck or just guessing?
I think it's just guess. I mean, there's also a Jaeger, there's a Bandit, so... IQ already counters those, and then the Valkyrie will be a nice extra.
All kinds of bonus as T3H is now setting up nicely in the bedroom. Just to see if that will be a first round, and with that a significant lead in this first half of this first map of this second semi-final. Who will fight Vitality for the big bucks? We will see it going on.
Definitely. As Power is just prepping. Why? Again, that one. It's just. It gives you a lot of view. I must give you that. Like, you can just watch the entire left side, so you can watch the complete south side of the like the pool hallway, luggage, VIP, hookah, pool entrance. So it gives you a good line of sight. So I mean, I can't complain about that. It's just I've never actually really seen it being used much on a doorpost.
Well, Secretly is giggling after Para was detected when running out for that black eye. That means Secretly is now hunting for that utility. And so far he sees some, but not exactly what he's looking for.
Yeah, he sees the basic cam, so nothing really too important for him. He wants to find those black eyes, as he now knows that there is a Valkyrie. Now, looks like he's actually doing that, so nothing too exciting about that.
Now Crips is already moving up. Crips is very aggressive every round. With a Dogby just running in towards this side of the house time and time again.
Yeah, but he manages to die without using his utility as well, so...
And usually maybe one logic bomb, but that's just about it. That Snooken is trying to do some vertical play, but so far nobody is offering themselves to him.
Now wants to take out those bandit wires, and they secretly will be coming to most likely do so. Maybe throwing a grenade in the process as well. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, and there is a nice angle from Hungry, but he gets the worst of it. As he's now onto roughly 25 HP. Opens up a new angle, but is still battered and bruised. Very confused, and Reynolds will try to entry it somewhere around here. Players are laying down. He could wallbang.
They need to take down these ADSs. They have 4 grenades to work with, and this could be very deadly. Reynolds just opened up that wall to possibly rotate through, but if he does that, Sir Boss will be there to take him out. Now, first Logi Bomb coming out, and 2 roamers here, Oregon and I believe Para.
Yes, but Sir Boss has the first frag, will be traded out by Reynolds. His red groove dying, but a 4v4 and the nades are flying out. It's Reynolds trying to entry and destroying that black or evil eye just to get that little bit of information out of the hands of T3H. He takes some damage as there is a good angle being held. Still a 4v4. The diffuser has been dropped and is not ready to be planted. As Crips is holding the angle and someone is moving close.
No, the second logic bomb will be a good thing to use here. Only 30 seconds left, 4-on-4 situation. And he will have to hunt down Para. Para and Oregon are 2 roamers who they need to kill if they want to make this push happen properly. Now Oregon will be spotted here and will be tagged down to like 50 HP.
Reynolds has been dropped though, or reset, as he is now being helped up and the phone comes in. It is Crips not really paying too much attention to the angle. Will turn around and wants to help Reynolds, and so he will. Meanwhile, there are kills being traded and there is no time left. Oregon comes in, gets 2 kills, and the round goes the way of T3H.
Yep.
And Secretly couldn't do anything about it. He even gets the
BM.
BM.
For that revive. At that moment, Reynolds was out of the game. There was not enough time. They just had to go. He just had to go in for the plant, and then Secretly will be there to cover.
Well, that's sad for Chaos, but T3H is very happy with the 3-1 lead. And they are doing well. Para and Hungry stepping up in their new team. As their former one is already out. They lost against Vitality. And now we'll see if Crips can recover. 0-0-4 is his score. And he wants some more.
Yeah, definitely had more kills last time. Like last games. Against End Gaming. So I think it's itching for him to step it up.
Yes, but like he runs in, then does nothing. Had that logic bomb, but just waited so long that he couldn't really hold the flank against Oregon, who then was like, okay, I hear you running around. I know you're going to help your mate and go for the diffuser. So thank you very much and goodbye. Got the double kill. And there they won that round. Now it is Chaos having an uphill struggle. And he's trying to bring it back, but so far I don't really see much light at the horizon.
Not as of yet, no. But of course, it's a really heavily defense-sided map. So that one round that they have on attack, that might be just enough if they manage to pull through to all the defensive ones. Now we're going to see T3H on a really hard side to defend. It's going to be the bars. It's relatively easy to get a plant in here. So, like, if they fail to just defend it properly for just a little bit, it could be enough for someone to sneak through and get the bomb plant down.
Well, we have seen that in the previous matchup between Vitality and Orgless. There were some just rushing into the sides and planting the diffusers, and those rounds usually worked out mighty fine. Now we see them setting up, but the attack is also starting. And again, no real change in the setup of operators for Chaos, as we do see the Vigil again for T3H slightly swapped around with the Pulse early on.
Yeah.
So far it seems like Vigil is a more favored pick for him.
Definitely as of yet. Now the question is, I want to bring it to 1-4. I want to become a 2-3.
Well,
now I'm hoping for a 2-3 to keep the excitement in the match.
Oh,
Secretly gets a kill.
and that is Oregon down, and that is from the roof, so you shouldn't even be able to be hit from that position. But with a destroyed wall, I believe he was not expecting that angle, and secretly again with the opener, of course. It's secretly a man will really keep an eye on when we go to the defensive side for Chaos, as there is a small fight. Two guys there on the stairs, and an 8 from Renaults will not
ADS,
get
just
the
got
kill.
zapped.
It's Nuken with one, and that is Iranian down. That is a 5v3, and it's Hungry also being low. Sir Boss having to turn off his phone, but meanwhile Para has the kill onto secretly. It's a bit of chaotic round, but Chaos is currently still doing a little bit better.
Yeah, Hungry low on HP, Para 75, and the rest of Chaos all still on full health and a lots of utility to work with. Now that was a suicide mission of Para. Snuken picked him up 4-2 situation now in favor of Chaos.
I think he tried to do the unexpected and try to make a play which would bring him into the top of Reddit, but unfortunately it did not work out. Now it is, as you said, a 4v2. The roofs are being destroyed, and now it's Sir Boss going for the play. Will do a little bit of damage, but is very scared. There's two players running him down, and the third is coming in. Hungry though to kill him to Snuken, and a new angle opened up for the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Boss.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to play his perfectly fine. Gets a
Oh!
frag, and now it's back on a 2-2. Hungry still has a smoke. Now this could be quite dangerous as they're putting off their phone. Another frag coming in from Sir Boss, and they're turning this 4-2 behind, like around, into a 1-2. Red Groove is having the bomb, of course, and well, you have to deal with Sir Boss first, and after that with Hungry. Like they're both on his location. They know where he is, and this should be an unwinnable one.
And Sir Boss is still letting his phone buzz, so Hungry has an angle, and he might tunnel vision. Sorry, I just choked there, as Sir Boss will not choke, get the kill, and another round for T3H, and that was a 2v4 clean win. My God, how?
It looked like Chaos would have had that round, especially since they were 2-4 up, and then, well, Chaos, well, T3H just turned it around. Sir Boss and Hungry just, well, doing what they needed to do and get that clutch in.
Yeah, but Chaos was going in 1 by 1 as well, and that does really
definitely
spell trouble if you don't have the coordination. You're not really sure how and where to attack, and they had so much time. They could still drone a little bit, know where they are, had that logic bomb ringing around, and they just went a bit too eager. But now they will be on the defensive side. Let's see if they can turn the tide, because they're 4-1 down, and that's a great score from T3H, and it does bring them relatively close to a possible map point.
Yeah, just one more win for them and they will be going up to a map point. Now, we're going to see Blue Bar Sunrise straight away coming down from Chaos, which is probably not going to be expected of T3H. I would assume that is then.
You never know.
You never know, but doesn't seem like they would expect that. Like, it's normally not the side people go to first.
No, but we've also seen that in Oregon in the previous matchup where we had some weird setups. But, well,
true.
You can always surprise us, but you rather surprise your enemies, as they might be doing that, as you said. It is already a spot on towards the bomb, so now they at least know what they're up against. maybe they can swap around their strategy if they weren't ready for this to begin with.
Yeah, they're gonna have 30 seconds to just quickly talk to each other and be like, okay, well, this is how we're gonna do it then. You put your drone there, you put your drone there. Just the basic stuff. Spotting it that early where it's actually going to be, might be, well, is pretty much an advantage if you were expecting a different thing.
10 seconds remaining.
And what's the best way to just defend this if you're
Upstairs.
Chaos? Just upstairs, all of them, or
No, like you put one behind the bar on Sunrise, you put one behind the little indestructible wall on Sunrise. Most of the time, I would like to have a mirror window there watching blue, but there is no mirror, so it's going to be quite impossible. And you put the other people upstairs.
Well, there is a spawn peek from Reynolds, but nobody running into his aim. And this time it won't work. We'll fall back. We'll hold a different angle. As T3H is very hesitant. Also still droning a bit more just to get that more intel. Try to find some roamers already.
Yeah.
Very, very passive.
Well, I think they might be, it's better to just wait 30 seconds than to lose one in the first 10.
That's a pretty decent equation.
Foe now running on secretly, but he doesn't know he's running into Iranian sights. Now he's taken up to 75 HP and he doesn't quite, he wants to put down his foot, but he cannot do that. We'll be getting the fragged out on Sir Boss Iranian, getting the refragged out, so that's secretly gone. And Reynolds actually was down, so being reset. Half HP on him, and it looks like they found a little way in on the T3H side. Our red group is still around there.
But Grips is no longer hungry. Takes him out with a headshot that makes it a 4v3. And still one player on each team is on half. It is a bit weird that Secretly almost got that double kill right there. Just tried to fake with turning his phone off. And of course, Elysian Trap played a little part. But luckily for T3H, he can't put down any new ones. Red Groove is now taking the position where Secretly was just fighting before. Will try to get revenge, and so he will. Drops the diffuser. Iranian is down, and that makes it a 3v3. Here's the rappel around the corner.
Yeah, we'll be getting that frag if he just peeks close. Now, that definitely heard that one, but he's afraid of the buck. He doesn't know, and in the meantime, he will see Hungry pushing up from the security. Now, Red Roof will be hearing that. We'll be losing the gunfight to the buck. Oregon coming out on top. Actually getting downed. Just taking another 5 seconds. But that is a good thing for T3H. They now have the opportunity. They have the upper hand. And, well, they have utility to work with.
And now it's Snoeken also being very scared of the noise that is made around the corner. We'll throw a smoke canister. Now it is Reynolds trying to go around, destroys the hatch and is moving closer. Tries to destroy as much as possible. It will now try to destroy his enemies. Snoeken already has one. There's only two left to find, and he gets the second.
There's gonna be a lot of power now. The class. He's gonna have this this thermo view that he wants. I mean, well, didn't expect Snoeken to come up like that.
Yeah, just walk up and say, "Hey, goodbye. Thanks for this round."
Hey, Para.
Oh, you just saw that.
I see you wiggle.
Just move by, and that means it scales now with yet a round, which they fought so hard for. That makes it 4-2. Still a long way to go if they want to win this map, and it is their map pick, so they should.
Yeah, and you don't want to get behind like on a. You don't want to lose your first map with like a 6-2, 6-1. It's gonna be quite a mental hit, I must say.
Yes, yes. Now they will go to the kitchen. Yes, they decide not to go upstairs as of yet. It is the reveal phase, and then we will see if they will change up anything. Do you expect something?
Well, I cannot say anything about Red Groove anymore, as he just switched. Maybe an IQ coming out of Hungry Power, but I think they'll stay.
Alright, well maybe they have to read, maybe they're like, this is the best thing for us. There is quite some self-destruction on the side of T3H. Let's see if they can just destroy the complete house and make it fall on their enemies. Dance on their graves.
Redecoration.
Redecoration, ooh. Well, it's already Chaos starting to do that. Finding some walls a bit too distracting. Maybe getting a bit claustrophobic as well.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Possibly.
Yes,
just opening up all the holes in the floor, looking like they are going to be defending it from top heavy. As you see them all shooting upwards with the deagle and with the shotgun.
I'm curious to see if Reynolds also has the same
10 seconds to go.
method of putting down his evil eyes. Because then
I
it
don't
might
know.
be a solid strat that
Okay.
is
I put
new
both
and
down
you
already.
weren't really aware of.
Attackers
Maybe for the next rounds we can
Attackers are
check
heading out.
into that as
put
the
one up
action
there.
phase is now starting, and indeed there's 2 evil eyes and none at a doorpost.
It puts them up as high as possible so they will be as hard to hit with a grenade, and you have the most line of sight with that. Now Iridium will be going to the top. Quite a dangerous move possibly.
Well, it worked out well for Secretly as he had to kill an Organ on the last attacking round. And well, now they have to do some more work to get it back to a 4-on-4 and maybe go for that win. But so far it's been very tough for him. As we can do a shout out to Matt Benny real quick, as this round isn't progressing too fast, but players are moving in.
Definitely Hungry is now near to 2 possible players, but he's getting, like, his angle's getting held by the smoke player. If only he knows, like, his drone just got killed, so he will be knowing there's one there, but is he gonna peek it like that?
It'd be crazy, but maybe he is crazy enough to actually get the frag, as there's a new drone from him now driving around.
Now this one is like a lot more doable if you want to kill him like that, because he's way more in the open.
It's also Reynolds holding it up, and they hear someone running into Elysian Mine. It was the Buck, who's now pulling that needle out. We'll try not to lose too much health, as Secretly here with a punch hole. But no enemies just walking by.
Everybody just trying to hold off, do some angles, and the longer this takes, the better it is for Chaos, who are just sitting on side and relaxing basically, because if they're not coming, there's nothing they need to do. Now, that's a kill from Runils there. Hungry was a little bit exposed, and Runils will be happy to take that.
He was there for many years, and now is the Oregon fighting a little bit against Nukem, but doing some damage. None kills just yet. It is Chaos in the lead. It is Secretly still around here at the stairs, and will try to move up, try to find a player upstairs, and so he will. He sees Para, but he can't get a kill. Para with roughly 25 HP makes it back to a 4-on-4. Will he run out to be reset, or is it a bit too late?
No, there's no time for this. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock now, basically, and if you would go for a reset, it will be taking you too much time. You first have to down him, then you have to, you know, he's a little bit isolated as well. And now gets killed by Snookin, actually down, and they're just gonna leave him because they do not have time for this. First gas is coming in, first Toxic Babe, and this will be stalling them off till the end of the round.
Yes, and the
Second
phones
one
are
will
ringing,
be
but what will
enabled.
the phones do? And you can just shoot with your shotgun, get 2 kills. It's Snookin going ham, and he makes it a 4v1 effectively. Para was down a long time ago, and eventually Red Groove finishes things off on Oregon, and that makes another round for Chaos. A 4v3 is now your score. And oh my, Chaos is stepping it up on the defensive side of their own map pick, but they still need to win a few more rounds.
I still need to win a few more, but like one more and they're drawed up with T3H. So, you know, no pressure. And they're getting to defend Penthouse Theater now, which is mainly the side that's getting chosen, like almost all the time.
But so far we have only seen it once, I believe.
Yeah, true, but like it's a very common site and people know how to defend it. So,
but they also know how to attack it
that's
usually.
the other hand of it. If it's getting played so often, people will learn on how to attack it. So it's going both ways.
Yeah, usually when we saw this bomb site, of course, there was also the mirror windows in play. Now they are out of the equation due to the banning phase being a relatively new thing in the competitive scene. And in my opinion, quite a fun one because, well, despite
things up.
Despite the bans being relatively similar, it does force teams to do something else. And sometimes you can just target ban a certain strat.
You can just target ban a certain player as well.
And I believe we will probably see that in the major as well, as there will be a lot of research done on their opponents. And now we see Prep phase starting. Let's see what they can do. And, well, so far no real different operators coming in. Maybe just that IQ, which is good against the Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie, Red Roof. What are you doing? Was he just memeing it? I think he's just letting them think there's a camera turn out, possibly. I don't know. Now that Evil Eye will be here to defend the wall on his east. He's going to try and relocate it, possibly.
Where
No,
should
he's
it
not.
go? Where is it? We don't know. And now we will see Renault's just running around, puts down some more barbed wire, still has one in the pocket.
Attackers
And
are
the action
moving out.
phase is starting. It is the guys of T3H that are now moving in. And will try to make it work. As the Black Eye is just going to land on top of him. Will probably be destroyed real quick.
Heard some shots, so I assume so. As well, indeed, there is some snow. Let's just call it snow.
In Dutch we call it snow.
Yeah, in Dutch we
loosely
call it snow. I
translated.
don't know what's the what the English word is for that. But
Just distortion maybe.
distortion or snow, maybe. Hopefully.
Bomb located by attacker.
So again, Chaos will be holding off. That's all they need to do. Just waste the time, like we saw what happened last time they did that. So they're just gonna stick on the side, stay alive, and just wait to be pushed.
And now secretly is moving around as we are very used to with him. And now there are some shots being fired as we are now seeing still a 5v5. Time is running slowly and slowly lower. Sir Boss is making his way in, but secretly is now under pressure, being pincered out and will be pushed and will be killed. Sir Boss with the opener and secretly out of position, not really having any backup whatsoever. We'll give that advantage right over to T3H. We're now closing in towards the side. We'll try to destroy those walls relatively soon.
Yeah, but still, I believe the Evil Eye is around there to counter that from happening. Krebs will be putting down his, bandit wires just to hold it off as long as possible. Now, IQ will be coming from below, possibly taking down these bandit wires. If she feels lucky.
Searching if she sees, well, she sees the electricity popping up, but is scared of a player as there's so much open that there might be someone peeking. But so far, there's 3 bandit wires gone, and that means Oregon can also get a kill onto Red Groove. And they are looking for more. Oregon saw some feet, but should be careful not to die, and so he will Reynolds with the peek. And that makes it a 4v3. Chaos can still win this,
It's
but
still
it
an
is so
anyone's ball
hard.
game. First smokes are coming out, 30 seconds to left. So Snooken salvaged his smokes perfectly again. He will be able to stall for such a long time. Now, here comes the termite charge. Still plenty of time. It might actually prompt Snooken to throw a different one. Sir Boss will be getting the frag and Reynolds 2 and 4 situation. Will Snooken be able to stall this out for long enough? Hungry sending in some of the lifelines just to stun them. But Krebs is here on a good position, but that phone call just went off at the wrong timing for him.
Yeah, I believe Hungry was already holding the angle and will also get the last kill onto Snooken, and that means a new round for T3H and also a map point.
Yeah, definitely.
It is their
there will be a
opponent's
point.
map, and that means it is very important to win it. And that might be the good start to get the money. And it might actually tilt Chaos a little bit. So far, it's Grips on the 007. He is the James Bond of the team, but he will try to come back. So far, not his map, or at least not his game. And let's see if he can still shoot his way to fame.
Let's see. They cannot afford a single mistake anymore. Well, T3H has 2 map points now. With 2 opportunities to close this out.
And if you haven't already, make sure to follow this channel to stay up to date with the Benelux League, which will start at the end of September. You can see all that action right on this channel. Yes, my boy Hap and I will be casting. Make sure to follow us as well on Twitter at Toldersma and at Hap_R6. There's probably some nice mod that will type it out for you, as we're now going to see a new prep phase. Reynolds is not doing the weird doorway setup with those evil eyes as we've seen before.
Yeah.
You were almost scared with that barbed wire, right? And he might actually do it.
No.
Okay, luckily.
10 seconds to go.
No. Reynolds puts them under drone
5
holes
seconds
normally.
to go.
Now we see those 2 map points, and well, that is a bit of leeway which you can always use to try something different. But of course, as it's been doing very well for him, this aggressive setup, is no reason to change it. The vertical play is now also coming in again a little bit from Chaos, but so far they've just usually had the trouble. They bit them in the back.
Yeah. Well, also what is a big trouble is secretly he's completely getting denied. So, you know, he's not being as impactful as he has been now as well. Reynolds is kind of stuck in here, and he might want to go and drop, but then again, like, they can also get on that position. So, it will be a difficult one, actually. Shots being exchanged, no one being hit so far already, and getting the drone in, and, oh, Reynolds still stuck here, so he's going to be able to try and pick up the buck here. Will be on the right level there. We're going to get tagged down.
Takes off half of his HP, and there's an 8 coming in. No damage being dealt though. And still Reynolds staying alive, but now the phone is also ringing. Reynolds has dropped down. There's 2 players right here in the lobby, and will they know? At least 1 player is around the corner, but Oregon is still scared that he is right there. Secretly now with 1 kill, secretly with 2, but it is him also dying to Iranian in the process, and that makes it a 4v3 advantage now for Chaos, and they will try to make more of it. They're in the lead on the defensive side, and they want to bring it to overtime and win this map. But so far, T3H is doing quite fine.
Yeah, definitely. As, you know, secretly ran out, killed basically 2. Good trade-off there. Oregon also, half HP. So this round should be going into secretly T3H's favor. Chaos's favor, I mean. Quickly destroying that evil eye. Barbed wire gone as well. They're, you know, preparing for the last push. 1 minute left, but then Krebs comes in and kills down Oregon. Diffuser has been dropped. 50 seconds left on the clock, and he's still alive to roam another day. We'll be finding Hungry anytime soon if he is holding that angle. Now, I believe he just saw him pass by, so he's going to hold that angle from now on. Waiting for him to pass back. And will he go for the shot then, or will he actually go for a chase? That's going to be the question. Snookin' low on HP.
On a breach charge actually coming in on towards the floor from the IQ, and what will it do? Well, at least it means a death for Hungry, and it's only Para left in a 4v1 with 20 seconds left on the clock. What can he do to change things up? So far it's not looking too well. I believe he will lose it. 5-4 will be your score, and Scales fighting for yet another day, and will be fighting for overtime as Reynolds takes down Para. And it is a almost clean round, and finally we saw Crips becoming alive just a little bit.
He got that kill. He was somewhat annoying. He stayed alive just long enough to you know, stay out there. So he got the diffuser down, slowed down the push.
Just the way we wanted to see him, and right now with that well, renewed energy, he might actually win this round. Get the ace. I hope that would be a great comeback. Then nobody would remember the 007. He would just be the 6-7 with that score, and we would see overtime. Right now it is 5-4, and still T3H can make this into a map win. Will they though? We will see very soon, as they do decide to have the same setup as before, saying it was not to blame. They can just still run in like mad.
Yeah, and they are going to be attacking the kitchen with a Buck Termite, Dokkaebi, Sledge, and Zofia. Now, they have plenty of self-destruction with Sledge and Buck, so I assume they will be taking top control.
And now there is no swap around at the last second, it seems. We don't see the IQ we saw last round, as it did not have the impact they decided it should have had. It's Sledge now going for more self-destruct, and they've played this before, trying to get that vertical play, trying to destroy everything in the path and in the dreams of Chaos.
Yeah, as Chaos is setting up for one last stand on the defense to get this map possibly back to them. We're going to see T3H give their everything to close this map out.
Well, the deal is blazing as shots are just being put everywhere just to destroy a little bit of walls. Put down those black eyes just to have that more info and, well, delay T3H when they won't or have to clean or clear those cameras.
Spawn here coming out possibly. Actually, Reynolds getting killed by Para. That is unlucky there. Could have had a possible 2 kill there, like possible 2k spawn peak, but instead loses his life. And Well, when you're 4-5, you don't want to take those risks because now you are gone off the board and you're going to possibly give away the map.
He has done it for many rounds though, and this is the first time we actually see an engagement coming out, and immediately it goes the way of T3H.
Well. He was too late, so don't go for your spawn peek then. It's like a rule. If you're too late for your spawn peek, do not spawn peek.
Barra was laying down ready, and now it's Irania with the follow-up secretly. The man from Chaos is down, and that spells a lot of trouble. The Legion and the Myers are both out of the equation. And now it is a 5-4, and it might get a 6-4 as the phones are now ringing. They will have more info, and they will have more chances to get more kills.
Definitely, as well, they have the entries they need. They're gonna get top control anytime soon now. I believe there's no one else up there. I think everybody's just on the bottom 4 now. His Red Groove is. I think Snookin as well. Only person I could be doubting about his cribs. Also downstairs. However, he's going upstairs, so.
Yeah, phones are ringing. It's the second and last logic bomb coming out from T3H, and now they are also moving in slightly. They are putting down the pressure on towards the kitchen, but Snookin and Cribs both with a kill. But unfortunately, they seem to be traded out, but luckily they do have some answers. It's Snookin with a total of 3, I believe. And now it's only Hungry left, the Sophia in a 1v2, and somehow this got turned upside down. Mainly by Snookin and a little bit by Cribs, who's now being stunned out by the lifeline. He does not really know exactly where it came from. And meanwhile, Hungry is already rotating all the way around, trying to get a new angle and surprise him.
They had a 5-on-3 situation. Now know exactly where Hungry is, but they managed to turn it back into a 2-on-1 situation. Chaos might actually get into overtime. It's looking like it. 45 seconds left. And it's going to be up to Snookin and Krebs. Now, Snookin definitely playing an important role here. Only having 3 shotgun shells left, but 1 is enough to take down Hungry. And that's what he's aiming for. Hungry is most likely going to push from the bathroom as he is putting down some shots. Now, we'll spot a holder in the wall. And I might actually go and use that. But they should be able to hear that.
You would say so, and now it's Snookin throwing a smoke canister. Hungry just going through saying, well, I see your evil eye. But I spy with my eye another entry, but it's Cribs now taking him down 2 for him, I believe 3 for Snookin. And that means we now go to overtime. Chaos has done it. And are still in it to win it on their own map pick after it looked so grim. A 4-1 scoreline was what they had in the first half. And now they can actually turn down for what? Yeah. Or maybe for a win. Oh. It's 5-5 right now. We see the defensive side being diced towards Chaos.
That is definitely good for them.
Yeah,
defensive
because there
has been like 4 defensive wins on both teams. So I'm gonna say Chaos is gonna win it basically on that.
And would you say they deserve to win it, or is it still a bit 50-50?
They definitely deserve to win it. Like they, whoever wins deserves it. Like it's going up so even. And it's just because T3H made mistakes that Chaos is working on that. And it's a 2-on-5 situation. You shouldn't be losing that. And if you lose that, then they're definitely doing a good job.
And what if we see the classic right now? Because in Counter-Strike, usually when you go to overtime, somehow the balance between 1 rounds for the offense and defense gets swapped around. Does it ever happen in Rainbow Six? Or is that,
of course it happens sometimes, but mostly it's just going to keep the same trend. It's going to stay consistent.
Right, we'll see if it stays consistent for now, or if we will get one of the weirdest overtimes in a long time. It's at least the evil eyes now being put down by Reynolds, and next round we will see them from T3H in the doorways once again, I believe.
Most likely, yes. And my question is going to be, are we going to see the entire overtime? So all 3 rounds, or are we just going to see 1?
Well, if T3H just wins that attacking round, I believe we'll be done in 2. But otherwise, I believe we'll go to 3. Chaos on the attacking side, not too strong so far. I don't really give them too much opportunities to win it. Good pressure right now from T3H, just destroying as many walls as possible, just putting down some bullets and hoping to hit someone or something utility-wise, as secretly see some lifelines flying in. But isn't it?
From where though?
I don't know, but I saw it boom.
I saw a boom as well, but I don't actually... How?
Oh, through that window.
Did he just bounce it off the window? That's nice. Good one.
Sometimes you learn, sometimes you laugh. And when you watch the Benelux, you laugh a lot of times as well, even though the games are amazing. The players make nice remarks in the chat. Now we see Renault's moving around, trying to reposition and maybe get a flank on one of the players from T3H, as we haven't seen a run out in a long time, even though they are sometimes doable on this map.
They're always doable, but the question is, do you want to take that risk?
YOLO. Renault's wanted to go for the spawn peak.
Yeah,
why wouldn't they go for
he didn't do it now, though, because it didn't work last time, and he doesn't want to lose it like that. Now secretly getting a frag like that. Actually getting 2 frags like that secretly. And phone still ringing. Will most likely turn it off. Does not know there's a third one there. I believe that's Iranian who's about to peek him on his left.
He's on the other side of the wall.
Or that.
And Iranian does not dare to go because he has a diffuser that would even spell more trouble, and hopes someone will run out or give him this angle. But so far, it seems like a big no-no. Whilst Para is clearing the upstairs. But so far, there's no one really playing there from Chaos. So it's just effort wasted. We hear another lifeline going in, but it's Hungry still not doing much. Has taken a little bit of damage. How come? I don't know.
Don't know either. Maybe a Legion trap.
I think so, because I hear the that's usually the sign that someone steps into a trap, and this is a nice breach charge, and the second one will be put down right next to the hatch. And now the vertical play is a thing for Para, but smoke's also being deployed in the C4, taking down Para. It's biting him in the butt, and that means it's now a 5v2, and it seems like T3H is losing this first offensive round.
Yeah, they might actually still be able to get the plant off, though, because behind the B-bomb is basically safe. But look at that, 5 people are already watching. They has to run past first, and it won't work if Hungry gets taken out. It's going to be all up to Iranian, but no, Renaults will be getting that double kill and taking the first round and putting Chaos now on map point.
And that is the way we like to see it, just things being turned upside down. And when you go to overtime, you sometimes see the best rounds, as we now see Chaos attacking. They have only won 1 attacking round in regular time.
Yeah.
And
they got
it doesn't
close.
really motivate you too much, but you can always try, you can always go for it, go hard, or go home, as we now see a Jackal possibly from Secretly. Would you rather see the Ash?
No, I don't mind. Like, Jackal's a good operator here as well.
Alright, alright. We also see the pulse coming out from Para, the C4, destroying his dreams last round, so he thinks, I can return that blessing. And now it is a map point for Chaos. This is their map pick, but they have had so much trouble trying to win it, as we see the Monty coming in from Renaults.
Yes. Are we finally going to see it? I have been asking it for round 1. He's 6-pick it out back then, and now we're going to see it finally. He's 6-picking it in this time, so he's going to leave it till the possible last round to show what he does with a Monty.
And that is
Attackers need to
some
locate
mind-boggling
and defuse as many
tactics, which is slightly scary, but it always brings it home in the end. Now we see the setup coming in. It will be in the bedroom. And so far, Chaos have been very close. Getting some takes, but getting close doesn't get you anywhere. Except maybe to the losing side.
Oh, why always so negative?
Man, I am a negative Nancy. You should know. We know each other for so long.
Gotta stay positive, man.
Yeah, I sometimes am. But mainly for Trust Gaming, but they're already out, so my life is over.
You can change the world with positivity.
Really?
No, that's what they always used to tell me. I don't know if it's true.
That's probably one of those gurus that wants to make extra money off you with...
I never paid the person.
No, that's what they always say, but they never really mean, as Para is running out, just sneaks through like a little snake. And that is the pulse going back towards the side. And now we still see that 6-5 T3H now on the defense. The favorite side it has proven to be. But will it be again this time? It's Chaos now with renewed energy, power, and hope to win this map.
Now I'm thinking they didn't choose Monty yet because they don't want it to be band next map. Possibly. So,
Yeah, but you wouldn't gamble it, right?
well, maybe you don't want to, like, if you're going to be really good and you think you can win it without it, then, oh, that could be a really bad thing there. As that knife could have actually hit him. Now, Monty will be down quite some bit, and secretly will be picking up power there. Good start for Chaos. And as I was saying, maybe they don't want to get Monty banned for the next map. They want to use him there. But now they're like, okay, it might be better to just get the map win. Now it's this close, and actually pull that trick out of our sleeves.
And that means they have had that first kill there. We see an Evil Eye again on the doorpost, and now it's Oregon holding his angle from here. He had some nice double kills, but now there will be a Monty up against him on the other side of that hallway. And well, Monty is a bit tougher to kill because that annoying shield is in the way. Will deploy the extendable shield. And now there's also some drones flying by and some damage going on toward Oregon. It's a 5v3 and Scales now firmly in the lead. Will they finish it off, or will this be another round for T3H? So far they are trying to bring it back. So far it's not really working out.
Now there goes the Monty. Monty will be pushing the side. Now just quickly checking if everything is clear. Now we'll be spotting out the smoke. And he's low on HP, so he cannot really, you know, afford to just walk through.
Yeah, luckily the C4 of the pulse is out of the equation, but still those Evil Eyes could damage him if need be. But it is unlikely they'll use it for that. It's Sir Boss now moving around with Iranian with the kill onto secretly, and that's the top fragger of Chaos usually down as Red Groove has the refrag. But Sir Boss is still alive, gets another one, and Iranian is spraying, but not really hitting anything. It's a 3v2 with Monty, of course, not the most lethal of guys, as we now also see a lot of spots coming out from that Evil Eye, as it is well positioned. It might actually want to stop the bomb plant as they're moving around. Sir Boss now with the kill. Ronaldo has a Monty down, and Snooken is still moving in from the main entrance. He sees a Iranian, and that makes it a 2v1, but 15 seconds left, and it's Sir Boss close to the side, trying to stop the diffuser. No, it actually goes down, and it means that it's now a 2v1 with a diffuser ticking out. He's been spotted, he's been shot at, but he has not been hit. And is now moving in with some spots from those Evil Eye. It's a good info, and he will spray down Snooken. Red Groove is on pretty healthy, but he will now also get the kill. And that's the map for Chaos. It's 7-5, and it was very tough.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But as soon as they got into the side, it was like just the Maestros, like the Evil Eyes just getting all those spots, and it could have ended up really badly for them. So they had to commit to the other side. They had to commit to the bedroom to make that happen.
Yes, and eventually they did win it. It was a very tough one, and they had to bring out that Monty, which usually they wanted to save, as you said. And now Snooken and secretly taking the top of the board for the side of Chaos. On the other side we had Sir Boss with 11-8. And that's nice, but it wasn't enough. Next map will be Border, and it will be the map pick of T3H. Do you think they'll win it, or do you think Chaos will reign supreme, make it 2-0? Because we have to stay in the same kind of
I'm gonna think
scores.
Chaos will take it.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were pretty strong last time I saw them there. So.
Alright, and last time they didn't play Border.
Was that T3H that played Border?
No, it was
Did
Vitality.
Chaos play Border? I'm pretty sure Chaos played Border against Endgaming.
Well, then maybe I'm silly, man, but I don't believe my notes are incorrect, Mr. Hap.
Was it Border? Was it Oregon they played?
I believe it was Oregon.
That was Oregon. All right.
And now we will just wait for the players to be ready. Of course, they swap sides as they can turn around, and Crips was so hyped that he was finally hitting his marks. He's like, ooh, I gotta run to the toilet one moment. Gravity, you can't stop it forever, and sometimes you just gotta do what needs to be done.
Yes.
The observer is stretching. We're both amazed by his ethnicity. And we are rather jealous of his freedom of movement. As of course we're on the cam, we can't do anything. And again, a big shout out for Trust Gaming for having us right here in their HQ. Everyone is enjoying their weekend, but we're in their showroom just giving you this show for the Siege Summer Series. The first time, but maybe we'll have more in the future, maybe with more fun teams. As so far, it is a great tournament, great games, great teams, and great community interaction. Yes, we do thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, do follow this channel so you can watch the Benelux League which will start roughly at the end of September, and then you'll see us back, the familiar faces, and maybe you can start a petition to bring us to Pro League. You never know.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Did you just make an assumption there?
You can always believe. If people just do a petition, say, "Oh, those Benelux guys are amazing."
Without dreams, you won't come anywhere, right?
Well, without dreams, you'll barely sleep, maybe. There are some people that sleep without dreams, and that's weird. Like,
I mean, you always dream, but you probably won't remember them. That's what the difference is. Because
now we're getting very deep, but also something which is deep is the trouble for T3H. They lost the first map. It was in overtime, but now we're getting into Borders. Their map pick. They have shown to be very potent, but so far Chaos has been stronger. They've been a bit iffy every now and then. And let's see if they can now bring it back. Let's go to the band phase. Let's see Lion being taken out of the equation. And let's see
Lion, Echo, Mira, Blackbeard.
Seems like a reasonable lineup of operators being banned, as they always just dwindle down the time. Like, oh, you really have to think about this one because it's mind games and stuff. But you all know what's gonna be banned.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm gonna just goodbye.
No, but Chaos has actually banned Ying last map as well, so they probably know something about T3H and don't really fancy
don't like to play against Ying.
Yeah, those Candelas are just rather annoying. But now I do see the Lion getting
at least we're 1 out of 4.
Hey, usually we had 3 out of 4.
Usually
so we have to stay consistent.
So we like 50% is good, you know. We want to have 75.
Whoa,
Mira, okay,
spoiled.
we're 50 now. 50.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Production is cheering us on. Not to.
He's getting ready to party right now.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Echo.
Yes.
75%. I mean,
we got
good,
it,
right?
boys.
There we go.
We here.
We did it.
We in it to win it, and so is T3H, as they're still on the back foot. They're 1 map down, and they're trying to bring it back. So far, it has been a very tough battle. One they have been losing, and now we will see first on the defensive side, Chaos.
Yeah. Well, we're going armory lockers, basically the one we always see. It's the most defended side, so.
Yeah, you gotta believe, you gotta see, as we see a Valkyrie again, but no IQ so far. They can, of course, always change, but it seems like an Ash for Sir Boss is the way to go. Nice and aggressive, but we don't see a Blackbeard just yet.
Not just yet. Maybe next couple of rounds. I don't know.
And, well, the Dokkaebi, of course. We have seen it being banned on the first day a lot, but on the second day it just never really crossed their minds, it seemed. They don't really care. No, especially like the players usually use it to bait for their teammate. So maybe it's the more cohesive teams with a more plan about certain stuff.
Has Dokkaebi been banned that much?
Really? We have seen it like, I think 4 maps or so Dokkaebi has been banned. I think that's quite a significant number. And eventually it just 50%. Died out, and then...
Yeah. I mean, it's important, annoying to play against, but you can use it yourself as well, so... You're either going to play against Line, where you cannot move, or your opponent will get wallhack, or you're going to play with a ringtone that is buzzing, which is less annoying than the fact that if you get droned out and you cannot move anymore.
Ash has just seen 2 ADSs in the CCTV room.
Yeah.
And that is some information which you can, of course, use. And, of course, I don't have a Twitch to clear it out, as, well, Twitch is, of course, lovely against Mira. Now you can still take out some utility, but is slightly less valuable.
True. I agree.
Luckily,
unless you have an amazing F2 player, then...
Well, otherwise we'd have fights if you wouldn't agree with me, and that's not great when casting together. Now we see some pre-fires coming in, potential wall banks, but no shots just hit as Crips is moving around, and you can throw nades through that, right?
Yeah, you can, and that's probably what he's watching out for. As soon as he sees the shadow is moving, actually sees a drone up there.
Well, shots being fired. He tries to cover it off, tries to cover up that drone as well for the info, so Oregon can't really do much.
There comes a nade that I was talking about, and that will be Get in the frig! Where'd it go? I think it just disappeared.
Maybe there was an ADS there, as Sir Boss has been tagged up slightly, but isn't too worried as he now will not get a kill. It's Hungry with a Claymore after secretly runs out and kills him. And that is a nice trade.
Yeah, the post-mortem kill there going out from the Claymore. Basically, they traded out each other, so no win, no loss. Iranian will be opening at the wall. As that means they are going to commit to an offer stake.
Yeah, the pressure is now building towards the side of Chaos as they're now losing a little bit of track. Some guys from Trust Gaming are moving past. I'm always in love with them. They're just great characters, especially with their after parties. Now we see Iranian and Surbos just hunting around. One with a drone, one with his aim. And
yeah, but there's 1 minute left though, so doesn't look good for them. Like, Chaos should be having this round theoretically.
Would also those cameras being hacked by the Dokpi, and that might be a little bit annoying, but Red Groove has the kill to Para nonetheless, and that means it's a nice opener. One Evil Eye now taken out of the equation by Sir Boss, but he has to invest in S-Charge there. Reynolds goes down to Aragon though, and that makes it a 3v3.
And I believe they will have no opportunity to stop this exothermic charge to go off whatsoever.
But with 15 seconds left, there's still 2 smoke canisters left for
Snooken,
Snooken, and he did indeed spot the edge. Will pre-fire, will get the kill, and there's 2 players left for T3H, and only 20 seconds. They still have to move in. One of them has been spotted, and they know there is a thermite there, and that has just shot. So the other player they don't know, but now it is no worry for them. Scripps takes down Oregon with the vertical play. The time has run out. Is Chaos possibly winning this round and taking the first lead? And indeed, Crips with a wallbang from below.
Yeah.
To make it 1-0 for them.
Yeah, well, they had it basically all pinned down, especially since Snooken got the Ash. At that moment, they were like, okay, we now have to get the frags, and if we can, then they lost the round.
Yeah, would you say that the Thermite maybe should have covered off that track? Because it was only it was a reaction after, I believe. Because otherwise he would have had to shoot at it. It was such an angle he ran across.
I think he was watching a different kind of angle that if they would push out from the archives to come to their flank, then he would have had it. But he didn't really check that, as normally people wouldn't run through if you lost office control.
Well, sometimes you just gotta do what people don't expect to get that lead and get that advantage, as we now see the lead for Chaos. And we see a castle coming out, something we didn't see the last one. But they will now also readjust and relocate to the ventilation room and workshop. Like Q is now picked up for Sir Boss, so no more Ash for him after he changed it out last second.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being used by attackers.
We see the Buck as well. Again, just have those nades ready. But there is also a Jaeger with the ADS to hopefully stop some of those. Of course, Sophia can take away the charges of that apparatus relatively easily.
Yeah, IQ, direct counter, of course, to Red Groove's Valkyrie. Has to stay alive long enough there to actually get into the office.
Here we see everything being set up. The T3H last round, they got really close. They got a lot of pressure in, but they just waited so long to push that at that moment. It was Chaos also hacking those cameras, thinking like, well, now we can just...
Yeah, that Logic Bomb was trying to prompt the push, but they couldn't get it done quite yet. So it was well timed, but well, good timing for the Logic Bomb. It's just that they couldn't actually work on it. That is what the problem was there.
We see the pre-fires, of course, coming out again, but no hits just yet. See Oregon from the roof with that nade. Didn't work out last time. You can still believe as the cameras are being destroyed. The setup is coming in. Chaos not really too eager to hunt themselves, it seems.
Yeah, they're just waiting. That's all they have to do, really waiting. As they are on the defense. 1 minute gone already, nothing really happened yet. Secretly just still chilling upstairs. Checking these tiny holes to see if there's any movement whatsoever.
And sometimes the tiniest hole can give the biggest entry. With T3H is grouping up from one side of the map. We only miss one player from there. They should be alright, chilling out together. And Renault's using his evil eye as info and will try to pre-fire, not hitting anything just yet. And some bullets will fly back, but not hit him. That means he can just chill out, no problem, no sweat on the forehead. There's still a 5v5, no damage dealt whatsoever. But now one black eye actually destroyed.
Yeah, and what we see Renault's doing is just put in some rounds there, so they have to worry about him. He's just letting them know, I'm here, and if you're accidentally standing in my way, you will be taken out. Now, Hungry is going from the CCTV, and that might be spelling trouble for Secretly here, as he is getting drowned, so he has to rotate back out. Just some rotations being open, and it looks like they are going to attack the top guys first. They have to take them out to make this attack work, and that is what they're working for.
Hatches are open so they can fall back, but of course they'd rather have the kills before they do. But Renault knows it is almost unbearable to stay there. Secretly though does not have a easy exit as he had, and will now stay here, but is spotted by Sir Boss's drone, and that might be that he'll go prone. But no, it's Oregon that will die first, and the 5v4, the first kill now for Secretly will be called, but will die to Hungry before he can even touch his phone.
Yeah, it's still a good thing though. 30 seconds over, and well, left I mean, and Renault's actually getting down. I don't think they know. Still a good opportunity for Chaos to take this round, as all they have to do is just stay alive. It's literally all they have to do, because there will now be like no possibility to get the plan down. Sir Boss there getting a frag on Red Groove, and now is looking quite badly as we see a run in there from Power getting a double kill like that. Did not expect that to happen, and that means it's going to be 1-1.
That's one beautiful spray transfer, gets one, and the second just instantly adapting, and that means that T3H has that round back. And wow, that was just an insane aiming, bringing it to a 1-1 scoreline, and making Chaos sweat as well, I believe.
Yeah, they thought they had that in the bag, and then well, still managed to go south for them.
Indeed, now a slow picking of Chaos, but eventually they do decide to go roughly with what they had before. No Jaeger as for now, and that means no ADS. Will they come to handle them in this setup? Because last time around they had it, but still they lost the round due to aim mainly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the angles that they weren't checking, so that's how they got outplayed. So yeah, that they'll have to worry about those more.
And I believe they didn't have a Legion last round. Am I correct?
I don't know, that might have... No, I think Secretly was on Legion, right? Yeah, he was.
Oh, and then there was no Bandit, but there was a Jaeger.
Think so, yeah.
Oh, so now they think, well, maybe do it like this. Maybe improve it like that, but so far it's a bit sketchy as they just lost a round. And it seemed like T3H was aiming so well that they couldn't do anything against it. It is back to a 1-on-1 in rounds, but now we'll see if this bomb side defense for Chaos will work out this time. They have changed up a little bit, but now they have to hit their shots as well.
Yeah, they have to just be a little bit more careful about it to actually get this round, as that is what they need.
Yeah, last round in the end phase as well, they just forgot those vertical angles.
Yeah,
really didn't pay attention to it, and I believe Red Group died to that one.
Yeah,
and there was no reason whatsoever. He knew it was an angle which was a, well, dangerous spot for him. But still, he died to it, and that's how some openers came in.
Oh, I mean, it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and nothing really happened. So, like, the last 10 seconds, Red Group dies because of that, and opens up some things. So, that is indeed going to be one of the, like, problems there. Like, you wouldn't expect someone with 10 seconds left to be using that vertical angle. In my opinion. Like, that's, at least I wouldn't expect that.
Well, you never know. Maybe they just have that calm and collective mind to make it work. And now we see Sir Boss destroying a little bit of utility. As of course he is the IQ. Sees some wall banks coming in. Takes a little bit of damage from Renault's, but none so significant as a death. It is still a 5v5. There is a little bit of room brought to the table by T3H. They are not really too eager to move in just yet, but with the logic bomb they might actually do so, as there is also barbed wire being destroyed. They've seen the bomb. They are droning like mad. Now they will also try to wallbang a little bit back.
IQ is asking for the Evil Eye to be destroyed as it is, giving out the information, of course, on her position. So as long as that Evil Eye is up, they will know exactly where they're coming from, and that will be giving Reynolds a easy time.
More wallbangs coming in from Reynolds, but secretly though with the first kill, and I believe they saw another one. Secretly could try to collapse on that one and will get that second kill, but so far it seems he's just stuck right here, a bit too scared to move around, and possibly a drone that will spot him soon. Meanwhile, Oregon spots some feet flying by, but does not have the angle in time to get the kill, or will he move back? I believe he did. And if Oregon could have held that angle, he would have probably had the opener.
They have to give this information to his team that they are still in office, so they aren't safe moving back into bathroom. Now, they're trying to stop this plant from happening, this termite plant that is. We see Castle trying to do that here, but Red Roof fails to do this and misses 2 of the shots. Then they will try to do exactly the same thing. Snooken will be picking up the termite there. Diffuser will be dropped. 3 and 4 situation. Smokes to be deployed. 30 seconds left on the clock. Now, we saw this last time. It was looking so good for Chaos, but then they managed to choke it. And then T3H was like able to actually pick it up.
Yeah, Crips is now in a new position which they might not expect as the time is running out. 50 seconds left and they will now try to move in. Shabazz sees the smoke deploy but secretly has the kill to Oregon. It's a 4v2. 10 seconds left. It's Hungry with 1 but no place for a diffuser. Shabazz and Hungry both have follow-ups and now they will try to stick the diffuser on top of him. There is a Reynolds and they've spotted him. And how in the world is he expecting to clutch this, as he will destroy for some more vertical angles, but the diffuser has been planted. He has little ammo. And also those lifelines come in to, well, stop him a little bit longer.
Yeah, and this round seems to be getting to the T3H side as that diffuser has been planted. That's something that they did not pay attention to. He had to drop earlier on, and Sir Boss will be taking out Reynolds there, getting that frag and getting the 3rd round up in favor of T3H.
And, well, that is actually quite interesting because I believe this is the 2nd time Chaos lost a round 4v2.
Yep.
And how do you come back from that one? It's painful, it's humiliating even, I would say. Because you try so hard, but in the end you just get destroyed by 2 guys running in, just rifling away.
I think it's just not checking all your angles and being too exposed. Like, they might want to sit into better spots to... you know, get the last 30 seconds for it, because they hold up so well to the last 30 seconds, and then it just all falls apart, and out of nowhere, the last guy is upstairs.
They give the 1v1s especially.
Yeah,
it's
true.
just like, oh, you come in, I give you 1 fight, then you have a little bit of time to recuperate, and then you give the 2nd, and then that's the way you lose rounds. That's the way you give kills away, and that's the way you don't get the refrags, and if you don't do that, you lose the round. And we just saw this T3H now in the lead with a 2-1 scoreline, and they are still on the attack.
But we've seen this before.
What?
We've seen this before. 2-1 in front of T3H.
And then it eventually went around, but now the teams, or at least T3H, is doing better on the offensive side. Of course, this is their map pick, so in theory they should be better. But you never know. Chaos had a lot of trouble on their own. And that was eventually a 7-5 win in overtime. After they were down 4-1 after being destroyed while they were attacking. So far, T3H is doing a lot better on their map. They're trying to extend their lead as they do get some intel. They know what's going on. And we only see a Mute as a different operator. Also no Bandit, but a Jaeger for Chaos.
Yeah. Well, they might not like they might know, like, okay, it's gonna open anyway, but they have their abilities to actually still hold it. And like, for example, Smoke will drop to the workshop, and they will be like, he will be holding it from there. So, like, they have their opportunities to still defend if they manage to get in there and manage to open up the wall.
Well, let's see if they will, as Sir Boss is now moving in, destroying a little bit of those windows just to get those peeky holes, destroy the camera and move in like a madman. He wants to shut up Chaos for good and very fast. He wants to fight Vitality in the final, a match that will be played right after this one. Of course, the players will get a little break, but now we see Reynolds with the opening frag against Sir Boss. It's a 5v4, and T3H now is a bit struggling after Reynolds is making his position a little bit known. Not too scared though as yet. Tons of bullets to just fire around.
Yeah, and well, he has an LMG of course with ACOG, like low spread. You don't want to fight him there. You need to actually outman him, as Crips will be actually not picking up that frag on Para. Thought he would be able to do it, only put one bullet in his body. And Para will be coming out on top of that one. So there would have been a huge frag because he would be destroying basically both the logic bombs early on in the round. But did not happen, so T3H will still have those logic bombs to work with.
And that's actually risky because you usually play very passive if you're Thermite, but also with an operator with a utility like that, for instance a Lion. They usually stay back a little bit, have some support so they at least don't get fragged too early and maybe are on the refragging duty. But now we see also some walls being destroyed. Reynolds holding the angle, scared of what may come, but also has those evil eyes just to get those peeks in. Have a little bit more info.
1 minute left, 4-on-4, still looking good for Chaos. They have control they need, and they're actually upstairs this time, so it's gonna be, you know, they should be winning this round. And not just because they have a good amount of time here.
Ooh, that is
quite
quite dangerous, and he
there.
will get down, and he will not die, luckily. But if some shots would come in, he will die. And Snooken has one and a down. It's Chaos doing the work suddenly with a smoke of Snooken, who gets a double kill secretly with the follow-up, as only Hungry left. And they are throwing this away. Thermite walking straight into the smoke and will eventually commit suicide relatively. As Hungry has 1 kill, still has 3 to 5, but 20 seconds on the clock, has no diffuser on his back. He will still have to make his way to the bomb site after he gets it. Those 3 kills are very unlikely, as it's now 10 seconds left. The time is running out. The shots are being put in, and Snooken with a triple.
Snooken doing such good job here. I don't know how much kills he has in total, but like every time you see him, he gets like 2 or 3 at once.
And I believe he had 5 or so, but in the last map he was one of the top fraggers.
Yeah.
Or I believe the actual top fragger with 13, just with secretly
so too,
underneath him with 11.
5 currently, so when he's fragging, he's like getting a lot of frags at the same time.
Yeah, him and secretly are just doing mighty work.
Today, yeah.
Just carrying whatever they need to do. And that is slightly compensating for Reynolds being sometimes a bit silent.
I got the entry frag though this time.
Yeah, he does, but he's a bit aggressive today. Because on Coastline he had like early peaks every time.
Yeah.
And, well, once lost his life. Most of the times he was out of position after and had to do something nice to maybe fix it. But usually didn't have the pressure he had yesterday where he was roaming around and couldn't be stopped. But now we see a 2-2 scoreline. Chaos bringing it back. And now we see the Ash coming out from Para.
That could also be, of course, that the other map, because it was in a clubhouse back then, upstairs, it really suits him, maybe. That's why he was being able to stay alive that long. And, of course, maybe Endgaming lacks a little bit of experience compared to T3H on how to clear out these roamers. So that could have been, you know, the case as well, why he was doing so well yesterday.
Yes, as we have the speakers, of course, making some beautiful lines.
Yeah, do not board the helicopter.
Well, maybe a safer way out for Chaos if they decide to get hammered here. But let's see if T3H has the same planning as right now. They are bringing an Ash to the table, which usually means a bit more aggressive. The IQ didn't work out, as it could not fare as well in the 1v1s for some reason. Now they try to compensate it with the Ash, a free speed, a very strong rifler as well. And let's see if we can make it a 3-2 and win this attacking side for change.
Definitely. Oh, they're just getting ready again. 15 seconds in, and it looks like T3H is actually going for a fast take on the eastern side. Organ already on the roof, so that could mean Red Grove's about to get naded there. ADS there would be saving his life, but still manages, well, still decides to run away from it.
Yeah, Oregon is just playing there every round, trying to put in some pressure, but so far no kills with nades. you would say maybe they can use him somewhere else to actually destroying some more walls, put in some more pressure.
There's also information you get, like if you don't kill anybody there with a grenade, you know no one is playing there.
That's true, but like he's staying there for at least 1.5 minutes every round.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he's just droning in other people as well, so it's the most safe spot to drone people in from, because defenders are unable to actually reach that point.
It would be amazing if a C4 could fly that high, but now we see secretly spotting a player, but not getting the shot in time. It's Hungry, I believe that was that player, but now it's Reynolds with yet another opener, takes down Oregon, and that is the opener that Chaos needs. Reynolds only taking a little bit of damage, can actually hold his position for longer, as we now see a 5v4 in the advantage of Chaos, but they are still under pressure of those drones, and even some shots Reynolds gets away. But only just.
Yeah, 1 minute 20 left, and we're basically seeing the same pattern that we keep on seeing. Like, Chaos is so good at stalling this out. They're just staying alive, and like T3H has no clue how to approach until the last 30 seconds. Then suddenly something goes, like a light bulb just pops on in their head, and they manage to always just jump in. And secretly takes down Para before being refragged by Hungry now. Hungry going crazy here, getting another frag, and is possibly going for a third.
Well, whenever they're in the unfavored position, Hungry just comes alive and gets kills. Now he has two. The wallbang comes in. Crips is down. And may he die as well. We will see soon. As Chaos is now on the back foot after getting two openers. It's now a 2v3 effectively as Crips is downed and out for now. Hungry moves in, might spot a laying player right there. And oh, did he not see the head? Now he does. Now he kills, and there's also a kill on Reynolds. It's Iranian taking him down. And only Red Groove alive in a 1v3. His phone is ringing. And so he might die soon, as there's also Hungry droning in. They know exactly where he is. There is a chase, there is a kill, but a refrag instant from Iranian. And that means it's now 3-2 for T3H, and they win the attacking side on border, which is their map pick. Yeah. And let's see if they can defend better than Chaos could.
Well, let's see if Chaos can attack better than T3H could.
Ooh.
Let's just turn it around.
Whoa. Plot twist. Hello.
Plot twists right here.
You should be a movie maker, as we now...
Windows movie maker.
Oh, we saw it actually being booted up today, and I was very confused. I didn't know it still existed.
I knew it existed. I just didn't know it was being used.
Neither did I, but luckily we have seen some great technical prowess here, and now we will see a pretty similar setup, only Vigil is something we haven't really seen coming out so far from Chaos. So let's see if T3H can make it shine. Para is picking that up, unless if he'll change, and it seems like he'll go for the Valkyrie and will be messing with my mind.
Yeah, just don't say anything until the 6th pick ended, basically, because they're always going to prove us wrong anyway.
Yeah, but silence kills.
Always. It's like our observer is just quickly just typing to them real soon, and like you always hear him type right before the 6th pick.
Yes, those sneaky eyes. For me, only his eyes just come over the screen, so I don't really trust him at all. He also has pink sunglasses, which is a dead giveaway.
See what he's looking at.
And that's the worst. Now we will see T3H on the defense. And well, let's see what they do as the coffee apparatus decides to clean itself. That's after admin walked past, so you should never trust him.
Never trust the admin.
And luckily our observer knows where to find the off button, and he fixes everything. I'm sorry for your ears if you heard that. But, well...
Thank you, observer, you're the hero.
He's my hero, at least.
Hero of the stream today.
I know that if there were to be a fire here, he'd carry me out. And then go for the newspaper interviews, because he does want some attention. And we now see the action phase coming in. We see, of course, secretly with the Buck, as he'll go for big rifles. But we could have also seen him on the Ash if he felt like it. And I believe that might actually be something nice. See that very up-tempo play.
Maybe, yeah, but maybe he just wants to play a little bit differently. Like on Oregon, yesterday we also saw him play the Roller Buck, so... It really depends on the map, I think, what operator he is playing.
Scripps is running around like Ray Cray. He's now going to drone with the help of Red Groove, and so little damage being done, but some info being gained. 3 players there. Right around the corner for Red Groove. It might mean that Grips will commit some lifelines.
Yeah, he might do so indeed, as he is getting ready to commit. Oh, he's actually going to open up right behind Oregon, and
A bomb has been
that
located.
might be not something they expected.
And that little moment, Snooken was actually sneaking by, but Para has the kill to Grips, and that is one player down to Sophia, down from Chaos. T3H now in the lead on their first defensive round, want to make it a fourth, and still want to keep their dreams alive to go into the grand final, get that money, and get to face against Vitality.
That's definitely what I want. Oregon actually getting taken quite low here, as he is speaking. Now phones are going off, and Para just goes off at the wrong moment there, and will be actually tagged by Red Groove.
Oh, and the C4 is too late. Snooker now with 2 kills makes it a 4v3, and the advantage is now for Chaos as they're moving in. And the B-bomb side is their target, it seems. There are still some players waiting around, but also secretly on that Buck is holding the angle. If someone pushes, he will make sure they will pay for it. As the phones are ringing, the thermite charges are also coming in, and pressure is everywhere.
And they're all on the
T3H
wrong
is-
side.
Yep.
And Reynolds is just going to have to open up the wall and get the plant down anytime soon. Like, as soon as they know everybody is up here, that plant will be going down in like 10 seconds.
Oh, Hungry with the one tap onto secretly just holding the pixel angle. And when he sees him, he will kill him. Red Groove though with the refrag onto Serbo, so he keeps the advantage in the court of Chaos. They would still need to get
Doesn't
that
he
bomb
see
plant
the
though,
head?
but the feed is spotted, and Iranian has the kill onto Reynolds. That makes it a 2v2. That drops the diffuser, and only 25 seconds left. I do believe that the last smoke canister is now being thrown out. Also some smoke nades from Chaos.
Yeah, but he's still here with a shotgun though, as the planter is about to put down this diffuser. And all that has to happen now is they have to stay out safely, as he does get down. Snooken got the diffuser, is down, so it's going to be all up to Red Groove now. Will he be able to keep this advantage? Will he be able to just bring it back now and actually get the bomb plant down? Now they're just both pre-firing random things here, trying to get some new line of sights, and all Red Groove has to do is basically just hold this angle, take them down one by one. Will we getting the first frag here? And a 1-on-1 situation now. Will we actually not getting... Oh, trade! I thought he wasn't going to get it, but then eventually did, as Iranian and Red Groove both traded at the same time, meaning that Chaos will be winning this round and bringing it up to 3-3.
And that is the clutch of a lifetime. Chaos made it very, very close, where they actually shouldn't. They had the advantage for so long,
true.
but then they just kept giving silly pixel angles where T3H could come back and get those kills. But luckily they did make it to a 3-3, and they are one map in the lead, and they want to finish it right here. They want to fight Vitality. They want to have at least that 1k and maybe the 2,000 euros from the 3k prize pool.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, they just want the honor. They don't want to lose now against Half T3H, against Half Orgless. They just want to end it. They want to take it.
Yes, and now we just see the Sophia being changed around for a glass. And that's the first time we see it this map. And I believe also the first time we've seen it in quite some time, as we now see a Valkyrie, of course, as last pick for T3H. Seems to be something they favor a lot. And maybe with that info they can do it a little bit more.
Defenders, protect your
So
bombs
far,
from being defused
they've
by
just
attackers.
lost the map, and that was rather sad.
That was sad indeed. But we'll, we still have at least, let's say, 2 more rounds to go before we know who will be safe. Who do you think is going to win? If you're just going to look at the ones right
I'm
now.
just gonna see at what I see right now, and Chaos, despite being very sloppy, is doing an immaculate job. I think they can still come back. I think their firepower seems to be a bit stronger. It seems like T3H is giving up so much advantages very early on, where they lose so much map pressure that I don't really think they can hold on.
5 seconds to go.
You know, I'm thinking Chaos is going to take it as well, just purely on how that last round went. But of course, it's going to be the first attacking round, so it might just actually change up quite well. If you're, you know, just looking at it, like we've seen so often that the first round is being won by the team, and then 4 rounds in a row being won by a different one. So who knows? Maybe Snooker knows.
No.
You get that joke?
What?
I said maybe Snookin knows. Like, Snookin had a team which was called Snookin Knows.
Sorry, I'm a simple man. You know it. You shouldn't do things like that to me
it was
whilst
a nice,
Glass is
silly
running
joke right
around, checking that CCTV for black eyes. But maybe he'll get a black eye when someone punches him. Hopefully not, because that would be quite aggressive. And there is none in CCTV. That means his search is fruitless.
Now they want to take this top control, and Cornell's just waiting casually for Chaos to take down the bandit charges from below with a grenade. Could have used your buck as well, you know. Just saying.
Yeah,
no.
well, that would be so basic, mate. That would just take so much more time, and now...
Well, true. It would take much more time and possibly prompt the rotate out to get him killed. So,
yes.
It could be the safer thing to do.
Iranian now with that evil eye, seeing at least 3 players and spotting them as well in the process. As it is now Crips trying to flank it a little bit with that glass, trying to hold that long angle, which always space out greatly for the glass.
Yep.
As if you have secretly just doing a drive-by, as we've seen yesterday. It was insane. It hurt me. As we now see Snookin with some good info, and I believe that Chaos knows what they want and what they need to do right now. We'll slowly move in, and as I say, that is secretly with 1 kill gets traded out, but still a 4v4. And now there might be another kill as Sir Boss is fighting the player right around the corner, but should be also scared of what might happen soon.
Quick rotation is coming in though, so it's going to be a office stake. They're going to be going for a B plant, as all of the defenders now managed to get over to the A side, except for the 2 roamers below. So, and I believe Dokubi is actually watching that. So I don't think Oregon will be able to get back up unharmed. Oh, Red Groove, what are you doing?
He's moving away, it seems, and it's now Oregon shooting, and that might give away his position. It is the Dokubi still repelling, and does look that direction as they do no, but he does not get a kill. Oregon with his low HP still gets 1, and a second. Crips goes down as well, but Renuls is ready to refrag a 3v2, and T3H had the advantage. Is now back to a 2v2 as Snookin takes down Sir Boss. There's only Iranian and Hungry left.
Yeah, but 10 seconds left though, and Renuls will have to get that bomb plant down there. There's no time for this. They have to go in for the kills, and we see Snookin running past and not getting the first one. Actually, oh, I don't know what happened.
Hungry did win the round after taking down the Thermite, and they both ran through the smoke, but eventually it was the win for T3H, and they bring it to a 4-3 lead. It's Chaos coming in just a little bit too short once again. We've seen this before, and they've just been so sloppy with those refrags.
It was Oregon, basically, who won them that round. He took out 2.
And how? He was one shot.
He was 1 HP, and somehow the SMG, I believe it's called, 12, couldn't be able to get any bullet in there. So,
and that is very unfortunate. But maybe in the future they will swap it around, as now it's a 4-3 lead for T3H. Chaos is still in it to possibly do it. But so far, they've been very sloppy. We've said they should win it.
Oh, what a
but when you
six-pick,
see
guys.
rounds like this, you're a bit hesitant, aren't you?
Yeah. No, the round should have been Chaos's, but then Oregon came in and wrecked 2 people.
Yep, but that's also the mistake of Chaos, as I believe Red Groove was checking it, then ran away, then checked it, but then got 1 shot almost.
Yeah, but he put down first like half a magazine towards him,
Yeah.
but somehow didn't hit anything.
I'm so confused, I'm so disappointed.
I have no clue what happened.
And well, that is just classic Rainbow Six, where you don't know what's happening. But eventually, you know, some crazy stuff is about to go down. And now T3H is in the lead on their map pick. This is Border, and as possible decider, we will have a Villa.
La Villa.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
who will go have the most fun? And is Iranian lagging, or is he just messing with
He's
us?
having some legs.
That is quite unfortunate in an important map and round like this. As Chaos could bring it back to a 4-2-4, or if we actually lose it, be up against a map point.
But Iranian has been lagging like the entire time already, so I don't think it's a big problem. Like he lags in the start of the round for some reason. Oregon though, cheeky.
Oh wow. A keen angle just to see what he can do, but Crips is already moving in slowly with the glass, trying to get some grounds covered as soon as possible, clearing the angles very kindly together with the drone of Ronaldo, who's a bit less silent and just goes through the glass with his drone.
He goes through the glass with the drone. Ooh, that could
To
have been...
spot for glass.
If he would have just been like, okay, I'm going to open up this door at that moment instead of right now, then he would have gotten a kill on Iranian.
Yep. But that is an improvement point. Possibly the drone should have been able to call it out as well, because he could have seen him. And now there was a spot on the defensive player. And I believe it is the Maestro of Iranian. Now an enemy is detected outside. I don't know exactly whom. But Snooken is now coming behind Sir Boss, who is now awkwardly stuck right there. They are now also waiting. What will happen now? It's hungry with the vertical plate together with Sir Boss, and this is quite a cramped position as now they're trying to wallbang and nobody is there anymore.
But of course the objective is downstairs, and Hungry just came in at the right timing there, as he might be able to get a second one. Yes, Hungry will be taking out Snooker as well. 5-on-3 situation now, 1 minute 20 left, and it's looking really good for the defenders as the attackers are still trying to make their way up to the workshop and server room.
Yeah, and the upstairs is still in control of T3H, and that will help him greatly, as now the first logic bomb will come in. Is Oregon under fire, but he will damage the guy of Renils. And now it's Grips still with the frag though, but damage dealt, and a 4v3. Smokes coming in with 1 minute left on the clock. The second logic bomb also coming in. And Iranian should be very careful because his feet might be visible, but meanwhile Red Groove has the kill. Para makes it a 3v3, and somehow Chaos is still alive and brings it into an advantage. It's Grips taking down Hungry, and it's only Iranian and Sir Boss left.
Yeah, the diffuser will be planted now because no one will be in the right spot to actually deny this plant. There we go. Has been enabled. Actually, almost gets attacked there. Iranian will be getting a frag there on Red Groove. And, well, we have 2 low people on Chaos against 2 fully HP T3H guys. Now, of course, that doesn't mean anything because a headshot is still a kill. And, oh yeah, that's all that this says. Like, you get a headshot and it's over. So the HP you have at that moment doesn't really matter. Oh, that's actually outplayed her almost, but messed up his shots. Low HP now on the Bandit. And it's going to be all up to Renils now, who's jumping down just to stay safe. Will be getting that frag and now has to stop the diffuser, which is being diffused by the Bandit. Will he be in time? Will he be jumping in? He won't be jumping in. Actually getting the frag eventually. Renils bringing it back, and it's going to be 4-4 now. What a close round. I think it was like 1 millisecond off to actually get the diffuser done.
And the butt was fully clenched, and now we see another round from Chaos, and they still bring it back slightly. It's 4-4 once again. And even Stevens, let's see if they can get the map point, or if it once again will be T3H who will take the lead. So far they've been a bit stronger, it seems, on border. But also they have made many mistakes. And also had some bad luck, it seemed. Especially with the last round where the run out was nice. Eventually,
Glass should have had that kill first as well, because he jumped over. Glass wasn't watching him, but he messed up his shots because of the zoom scope, of course.
Go no scope, man. Go highlight reel.
No scope. Knife only.
Grab pistol.
Yet.
But now we see a twitch from Snooken, and is it a fake? I don't know. It might not be, as it seems to be selected.
Yeah, it's gonna be running.
And that will be just to destroy whatever they can. Of course, there's a Bandit, there is a Jaeger. And, well,
there's a Ella as well, which could be quite annoying.
It's harder to find those than the other two. Usually in pretty predictable angles as well. But now we will see another attacking round for Chaos, as they're back to 4-4. Have brought it to a equal score. But now want to have that advantage, want to finally win it. As they already have the first map, they want to have the second, they want to be in the money, they want to face Vitality. Now they have to do a little bit more than they've done so far, as it's been back and forth.
Interesting reinforcement style of Iranian there, boarding up the door.
Yeah.
Just would you look at that?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Just the way you like it. As we now see the action phase just about to start. Chaos will start to run in. Not that insanely quick. As of course, it has seen that T3H is eager to peek every now and then, and maybe start off in their advantage. Therefore, Chaos is a bit slow. We'll try to pre-fire things as well.
Sometimes you get a lucky kill, someone who's just.
By the way, Kestel has been tagged.
What?
Kestel has been tagged.
Who was he though? He was downstairs, so there might have been a Twitch drone that tagged him.
Okay.
once or twice. At least that's what I'm thinking. Now he has 3 shots gone, so technically he could have shot 2 at it, right?
Yep. In theory, yes,
In
but you
theory.
never know. As we see Snooken also trying to wallbang, not hitting anything as just yet. As Grips is again on that glass, just chilling around, hoping that someone will die. But the player is at the same angle he played last time, and I believe he also died. So Chaos could actually try to collapse on it once again, as that drone does have the possibility to move in and spot the player. Meanwhile, Oregon has the opener onto secretly, and that is the bug down. That are some nades, and I think he tried to destroy the upstairs reinforcements, and he did it the same way last time, but then he now died instead of succeeding.
Yeah, but we've seen this before though. Chaos, who then got down on numbers, still being able to bring it back. Renel's there. Quite a dangerous peek he did there. He's now going to try and actually get that frag on Iranian. That's going to be the castle out of play. And that means the bathroom will also be open to play. And I think they already took control of that with Grips, who's now moving through.
They spot a player on side. Oregon is also now tagged and spotted. It's Grips with the kill onto him. Now the C4 flies in but gets no kill. It's Grips laughing his ass off and throwing a smoke. It's a 4v3 in advantage of Chaos, but they don't have the upstairs control. It seems like they're not even caring about it. But Para and Hungry are still playing right around there. But still, it's Chaos finding or searching at least for that last player that might be downstairs.
Of course, there's 2 people upstairs. There's 1 downstairs. If only they can get the smoke, who is downstairs. They could get in. I mean, the bandit downstairs, they could just go in for the plant, and they now have that frag. It's a 2-on-3 situation in favor of Chaos, and it looks like they're going to try and get the plant down on the B-bomb site.
But the last smoke canister has now been thrown in, and that means it's a 3v2 with little to no utility. It is a peek though from Para, and he makes it a 2v2, drops the diffuser, and only 30 seconds left. It's Hungry now with the angle and gets the kill once again. A beautiful headshot. And that takes out Snook and is Hungry for the last one, and somehow, some way, it's T3H that gets the map point.
They had 3 people downstairs, and suddenly 2 people were upstairs from Chaos, and Timur was alone downstairs. I don't know what happened there, but I think they should have just all went for the plant on B. But that's that's what I think that should have been done.
Yes, but well, sometimes people do things differently because they have different IDs. And well, their ID at least didn't work out that well. Now it is a map point for T3H. They can win their own map, and then we would go to Villa. We see a pretty similar setup coming out from Chaos, as they said, well, we got very close. We just messed up at the end. And maybe they also came to the same conclusion as you just did. As we're now going to see if anything will change last second. So far, they seem pretty sure of what they picked up so far.
Definitely. Don't expect the smoke to swap out, so we're most likely going to stay with the operators we have right now.
And if you haven't already, make sure to follow this channel, as at the end of September, the 2nd season of the Benelux League will start, and it will be broadcasted right here. And then not from this same location, but we
from
will
Haarlem.
be in the ESL Benelux studios in Haarlem once again. I say we because Hap and I will be casting, so you at least know what to expect and don't get too iffy about that. Now back to the game at hand. Is T3H in a favorable position, but we have seen overtime on the last map as well. And let's see if we go to the full set of rounds this time. Last map it was 7-5 advantage for Chaos. Now they can close it out if they go to overtime, but first they have to get there.
You have to get there first, and what we're going to see, whether we're going to a 3rd map or not this round, is it's going to be up to Chaos now to put up this final attack, possibly on this map.
Now you see Crips again on that glass, very potent on it. Quite some kills, but the problem is, of course, with the glass it can't really push in. You miss that running in and gunning power, unless if you have probably the best player in the world who doesn't really care about range whatsoever. But the chances of that happening are very, very slim.
Yep.
So far, it is just a pre-fire mania, but no damage dealt. The Twitch drone not doing anything against one of the T3H players so far.
Now Renault's being ready to open up again. And I think... Oh! That's perfectly timed from Secretly there, that grenade. He was going to bandit trick it, and then that grenade popped right in time. Beautifully timed right there, and they now see that foot. Does he not see the feet?
Renault misses the foot, and he would have had an extra kill. Now he looks for more, sees a player in the cubby, and now does he see the foot? No, he does not.
He's gonna be peeking there anytime soon again. Just peek it, just peek it. No, Renault, what are you doing?
Please do it for us, make us happy.
Damn it. Oh no, I saw the feet.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
I think you can actually hit it. We asked the observer, could he hit it? Yeah.
I think he could hit it.
He's never giving us the confidence that we need.
No, not that. Put it in the sandwich.
Now he throws the nade a little bit of more vertical play. No spot just yet, so maybe they'll check sandwich a little bit better, as he does see that hatch being broken.
He is actually on 1 HP, so he did get shot.
So maybe they eventually found out.
Snook and bring it with the Twitch drone.
Do it for me. Now there is the great spot from the Renaults. There was a gap. He used it, and that's a second entry now for Chaos as they're making their way to possible overtime. Iranian is very low. Power is trying to fight, but will lose to Secretly. The same goes for Iranian, and it's only Oregon left in a 1v5. His phone is ringing. He's making noise. He's running in. Gets the kill to Secretly, who's looking the wrong way. But still, the diffuser has been planted, and now it's T3H back against it.
Now, if he wins this, it's going to be a 1-5 ace clutch. I just put this down.
He's gonna be a god.
So Oregon will be okay. Now that was a quick ending of my attempt.
Just when you want to say something,
I wanted to hype it up and just see it go, and then
make it into a story, but it never works out that well. Now we see
Snooker.
overtime. It's Chaos bringing it back, and who will start defending? Who will start attacking?
T3H will start defending.
Oh,
but we've seen more wins than attack overall.
Yes, and now the other way around. Last map. It was where we said, well, defending is the better side.
Yeah.
And then eventually Chaos won the attacking round as well. And now we say attacking is the better side. And Chaos might actually do the same trick. And if they would, T3H would be heartbroken. But again, they could say it's a very good start to a relatively new roster with 2 new additions.
Will they keep them though? Like, I think they only have 1 slot in T3H.
And
they're playing Challenge League, Para. Hungary, of course, coming out of Pro League, so I think they would be aiming to go back to Pro League.
Understandable. But, well, you never know. As we now go into overtime, the first round where T3H will be defending. They'll go to Armory Lockers and Archives, and there is a pulse, or will it be an Ella? It seems to be the latter. As we see the same setup again from Chaos, they say, it's good, it's made for us, and let's make it work once again.
Now that last round, that grenade is Secretly was so well timed. I don't think Sir Boss is going to try and bend the trick once again.
No, I think he's traumatized for life.
Or they're going to put a roamer downstairs to make sure that Secretly won't be able to actually enter that and put down a grenade there.
That could also be a good tactic. He has been killed there before. So I don't understand what went wrong compared to the previous time, because I believe it was
just a
Oregon
roamer being out of position,
taking him out.
Just a roamer being out of position at that point for that kind of play.
And that is unfortunate for T3H, but now let's see who can start off well. The first Twitch drone has been destroyed at the last second of the prep phase. But now we get into the action. We see Chaos moving up slowly. Shots, of course, being fired, trying to get some angles open. Trying to get in.
He doesn't have any bullets in his shotgun. Hungry, that's going to possibly end up bad for you. Like, no, he has 18 reserve shotgun shells, but he hasn't reloaded it. So at some point he's like, oh, let me just use my shotgun, and then he's going to find out there's nothing in there.
And he's going to look around like, what? Anyone just see that? What's his bug? But no, you just didn't reload your buck shots. His buck is now also...
He's lying there. Just waiting there. There's a grenade coming soon from Secretly.
Oh. I say hello. You
Hello.
say goodbye.
Oh. There comes a grenade. That's going to destruct the Bennett wires. And now he's just going to wait for a possible Bennett to come by, and he didn't actually kill the... there we go, there it goes. No, he didn't actually.
Oh, wow.
He still didn't do it.
So close,
You
yet
just
so
see it
far
happen.
away, and Sir Boss like...
At this moment, Sir Boss, you should just help him. Alright, there he
Can you
goes.
just do it so I can move out of the position? But Hungry is with him, so the moment that thing explodes, Grips might be in trouble, but explodes and he gets the angle but does not have the peak. As he's just biding his time the moment he goes back in. He knows that there are players right there. And he sees the evil eye as well. Will try to pre-fire, but so far no shots being connected. Now he's being pre-fired himself, but does not take any damage.
He should be calling out that there's one in a health wall and possibly give Secretly the opportunity to get down his second grenade in here,
But
because he
look
would
at
be taking
Aragon.
down Iranian again.
Oregon is moving around and is in the lower floor, and Secretly is making a lot of noise just because of that info. But as you said, he may be able to set up his nade. He might also be chased down. Is Oregon very low? It's a read from Secretly, as he knows he's played there before, but Para is lying away
Secretly
and
get
getting
one.
ready for the refrag after Secretly takes out Oregon. And now the logic bomb comes in as a 4v4, and now there is a lot of information as the phones are being turned off, but Chaos is getting closer still in CCTV. And look at Snook, and he's moving around, but Crips takes down, or taken down rather, by Para.
Para
Now
actually
there's an
from
advantage
below
for
getting that
T3.
frag. And it's going to be 3 and 4 situation. Snooking on the east there, so they still have 2 opportunities to attack from. Flashbang's coming down. They will have to take down the guy behind Halford, but he's not checking it. Remils is not checking it. Will be taken down by Iranian, and he will also be taking down Red Groove. It's going to be up to Snooker now, who gets taken out by Sir Boss. First round of overtime will be going to T3H. And last time the first round went to a team, they also finished it.
This is so sloppy from Chaos. I don't understand. They knew he was there, then they lost a player to Para again, the glass. I don't know how, because Para was downstairs. Why would you send your glass right there? Maybe to shoot from below, but you know you can't cover it as your buck just died.
True.
And they're just mispositioning their resources. It seems it was Crips that was taken out there, and for what? They didn't get anything in return, and now it's 6-5. We see a Monty coming in from the guys of T3H.
No, not. Oh, they might actually swap it out after.
Let's see.
Might use 6-pick.
It would be nice. I do like me some Monty gameplay as the reveal phase is now in. And let's see if anything will change. And we might see that lovely Monty, but right now it's Red Groove considering doing something different and baiting out an IQ.
Not choosing anything yet.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. He's going to wait last second. He's going to leave us mute. All right.
Oh, interesting. Yes. And let's see what it will bring to the table as we now see T3H still in the lead, as you just said in the previous overtime.
Like any overtime we've had.
Yeah, the team that won the first round won the overtime straight away. And that's a grim prospect for Chaos. Of course, no game is the same.
Oh, it's a great prospect for T3H.
Yes.
Because they were in front now. But yeah, maybe Chaos will bring it back and actually win the next round, because the next defensive round is going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, since they don't have their favorite defensive side. And let's see what Case can do here. The time is running out of the prep phase. And we do see that mute coming out for a change, but also a Ibana on the side of T3H, and we have not seen that before.
No, of course, like, they haven't, well, maybe it was a safe bet. Like, they were like, okay, they could be going downstairs as well. In that case, a Habana would be nice to open up the hatches. Basically that. So I think it's just a safeguard that they have.
Well, at least they're putting on some safeguards with those claymores, hoping that a run out will prove lethal for the side of Chaos. Though they seem to be relatively passive, except for Secretly when we saw him on Clubhouse yesterday. Today he's been a bit more careful, a bit more respectful to his opponents. Maybe also a little bit scared.
Definitely. As he, I mean, if you're up like 4-1, of course you're gonna try a run and make it quicker. A lot of people do that. But like if you're this close, you don't want to risk it because it's a high risk, high reward thing. And if you're 4-1 or 5-1 in front, then you're gonna have so many more rounds to just bring it back normally.
Yeah, you just can't explain that high risk to your teammates if you lose a round due to it.
Yeah,
it's like,
true.
yeah, I tried it, and it's like, why? You knew there's a very big chance you would die.
Yeah, and if
And the
it's like
chance of it
5-1,
working
they
out-
don't really mind. But if you're like 6-5 right now and you're gonna run out, then you're gonna have some trouble with your teammates. Oh, that is Renul's taking some damage down there from Hungry, who sneaked up all the way up there and then instantly went for a pre-fire.
And
Now-
Renul's was checking for feed, but at some moment he let it go as Oregon has the opener right now, Renul's. And it looks almost as if we go back to the, well, trend at hand as the ADS is now putting out some of that utility. Secretly is now under pressure, will possibly do a run out, and if he does, he gets a kill. But now he gets thrown down, will turn and will try to fight, but he will not get the kill. He's in danger though from all the windows as he's being pincered. But he is still alive at half HP. The same goes for Iranian, who should have clearly died there.
He will have to rotate out soon. There's no way he can stay here. He's gonna get like all the utilities going towards him anytime soon now. And it's just so dangerous to play here. Crips will be getting a frag on Orga, but now that he's getting pushed, Snook can take an answer. Boss just saving the life of Secretly, who's playing there. He was about to get pushed by the Hibana.
And the Legion is still alive between Half Wall and a Pickle. There is a player, he does a little bit of damage. It's Red Groove now with the kill on Too Hungry. And somehow they turned it all around. It's now a 4v2. They're secretly firing at Para. He's on 1 HP. He will die with the repeak, and that is not the smartest idea I've ever seen, as the time has run out, and it will be a round for Chaos. 6-6 is now your score, and somehow they are still alive, even though they lost the positioning as well. But one thing I do like with a lot of teams, and I just saw, is Chaos adjusting and helping out the teammate.
Yeah, Secretly, like he got himself stuck in there and he wasn't rotating out. So basically what he needed was the little bit of help from Snooken. So he wouldn't be pushed from the break room side. So he only had to pay attention to the east.
Yes, and luckily he did have that backup to, well, eventually rely on. And you said it before, T3H now goes to the, well, slightly less favored defensive position for them. It's the ventilation room / workshop. But we haven't really seen...
Well, we have seen it. Back
Yeah,
then
we
it
have
was
seen
a
it, but not
2v4
done
in
too
favor
well.
of Chaos. And then somehow they managed to mess it up back then. But maybe they've learned from their mistakes. Same last map. I said they took too long clearing out the roamers and they just go for a rush. So they're learning.
They're adapting.
They're adapting.
It's evolution, my friend, as we now see an alibi being possibly swapped around.
Ella.
Well,
There we
yeah,
go.
it's what they favor a lot at T3H, and it's worked very good for Empara. On fire with that operator. But let's see if he can make it shine once again, as we see the usual attacking setup from Chaos. Doesn't really differ to whatever bomb side they go. I just feel like this is best for them.
Now we are already seeing the same holes they made. Looks like 2-3 people going to play upstairs. Now this doesn't work like for example Oregon, that if everybody's upstairs you just rush the side and get your plan down, because you'll just get shot from above here.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Let's see.
Oregon, it's only hatches. This is a completely destructible floor.
That's true.
10 seconds to go.
And then would you... Oh, of course, they're going to hold from upstairs once again. What do you expect that will happen now from Chaos? Will they just rush in or something? Or will they just try to play
No,
it
they're
very
going to take it
default?
really, really slow. And it's probably going to come down to a 20-second push, unless they get like 2 or 3 picks really early on.
Alright, well, let's see if that might become true. And so far, it seems as if T3H is losing a little bit of grip after getting the first round in overtime. They're now up against it once again. They're on the defensive side. But so far, attacking has proven to be better for both teams. Now moving in, it's Chaos getting a lot of control very early on. Slowly checking all the angles, having CCTV already. Also clearing the main lobby slightly. Oregon though with the kill right now to secretly makes it a 5v4, and somehow T3H is opening things up, and now it's Chaos back to the drawing board, having to rethink their strategy. And it has happened so many times where Secretly died pretty much in the first minute of the round.
Yeah, definitely. And well, they're still going to be opening it up though, as I believe the left side was cleared. Sophia just messing up twice with that impact grenade, and there comes the Twitch drone to the rescue of Snooker.
I'll do it.
He's like, if you don't do it, then I'll do it.
But I think Sophia actually put in another lifeline, and actually that did work. And now they do open up the wall. Oregon is behind the half wall, just waiting around. We've seen some great
yeah,
plays.
but they lost the
T3H
grenades
here.
now, though. Like, they lost the grenades of Buck, so it's going to be hard for them to, you know, dispatch of Oregon.
Yeah, and they invested so many lifelines that you can't really stun them too well. Now there will be a fight. It is Crips winning it. And he's still pretty lively as it's a 4v4. The phones are ringing. It's Hungry now dropping down as he can't hold it anymore. He is at a good position though, and Red Groove is now stunned by the Ella mine. They're moving through the smoke, hoping to clear everything. 1 minute left, and T3H is possibly in trouble as they've lost upstairs control but have the HP advantage.
And do the HP advantage as Para gets taken down to half HP now. It's going to come down to a last minute push. We already see 1 or 2 people rappelling down to make this a split one. We're going to have 2 people from the top. We're going to have Renul's just jumping into the B window anytime soon. Now they have the control, so they have the ability to do this. But Smoke is still alive and has a rotation. Actually, we walked in too far. Diffuser drop. Para getting that frag. He should have just stuck that. Hungry getting the frag on Crips, and it's a 2-on-4 situation now. Looking really good for T3H. Like they are going to take this map. Now, Para will be taking care of this diffuser. He will not be losing that whatsoever. Pre-fire is going in from Snooken. Just a quick phone call coming down, and the diffuser has been picked up, and he knows this.
And he goes in for the fight, and Iranian takes him down. It's now a 4v1, and Hungary takes the last frag. And that means T3H now has a map on the board. And that means that we'll now go to Villa.
Yeah.
It's 7-6 in this map. And that means we've seen 2 maps so far. We've both seen them go to overtime. And that means it's quite a nail-biter. And it is the decider match. We'll go straight into the ban phase. Let's see what we will find.
Lion.
And I assume indeed a lion. I assume a Mira.
Lion and Ying, and on Mira Echo.
Oh, you're adapting just because you saw
adapting.
a Ying ban being put in twice. Would almost say that the chances are highly likely that they will ban it
Please
once
don't
again.
let me down, T3H. Thank you. Thank you, Chaos.
And there we indeed see the Ying being banned. And now let's see if the rest of what we thought would appear will indeed be as we think it is.
Let's see, Blackbeard. I mean, Lion, yes, yeah.
Oh, you almost messed it up.
I
No,
almost messed it up, but I did my prediction beforehand, so
I
that's
no
what
longer
counts.
trust you. The
Mira.
time has passed, and we might be in the trust headquarters, but I still don't trust you no more. As we
All
see
these word
soon
jokes.
a Mira.
Mira, indeed, or Echo. It's gonna be either 2.
Yeah, probably those 2, as they are the most contested men so far. And there we go, putting a loser up for me and you, and possibly also their opponents.
To be a mirror window, you know, like a window.
Nah.
Yeah, it is.
It'd be too easy. It'd be too easy. As our observers
4
actually
out of
called
4.
easy in game, and there we see the Echo, and there you're very, very happy about yourself, and
Thank
you
you.
should be.
Yeah, well, it's
You're
right
an
for the
amazing
first time,
lad,
yeah.
and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
As we now see the first round starting, it will be a trophy room hold, as it is Chaos going for the defensive side after winning the coin flip, which luckily went better than we did at the ESL Benelux Studios
went
once.
off stream as well.
And my god, that edit from Team 6, probably our
That was
favorite
one of the
YouTube
best
channel,
edits.
was on point. If you haven't already, do subscribe to him. And he'll probably put the link in the chat very soon. Now we see the Monty coming out. The other side, of course, and Maestro may be destroying your beloved little plan. But oh no, gone is Monty, and in is Glass.
And Pulse is coming in as well.
Yeah, and that for the Jaeger, which is scary, especially if you look at the Buck and the Sophia.
If you look at some grenades we have seen over the past couple of days on this map,
You
definitely.
might want to have some, but, well, it seems like Chaos is banking on them just out-aiming, out-C4ing, and outdoing everything that T3H is throwing at them. And now let's see if they can actually do it.
they're actually not going to the side where they destroy the plant all the time. So that's...
So you're a happy camper now.
It's a good start.
It's a good start indeed, as we see Sir Boss just droning around. And Chaos just taking their time, reinforcing whatever needs to be done. And of course, these teams have strats for pretty much every map.
Yep.
But of course, Villa is also one of the newer maps, which is actually... well, spell some trouble for some teams. They don't really know how to adapt to certain things. They're just very stuck in a certain way of thinking. And let's hope that does not mean or become true for either of those as they leave the bomb site.
Oh no, I see the plant.
And go towards the west side with an invisible pistol, which is hella scary.
Changing mags. Well, it's not really a magazine, Maestro.
Well, it's not a mag. I just didn't see the bullets as we now see some repelling coming in.
Does a revolver have a magazine?
No.
And
I
believe
think it
it's
has
not called
a
a magazine,
chamber, right?
Yeah, it's called a chamber, right? So if he says swapping magazines when he's holding his bailiff, he's just lying to us.
UV, please. What the hell,
Fix.
man?
What the hell?
How could you do this to me? Maybe just to see if we're paying attention, messes up.
Probably.
Now see Oregon trying to move in a little bit with that buck. And now instantly steps into a lesion trap. I just love the sound.
Yeah.
It's the same sound which would fit the face that our production just made after taking a sip from a certain drink. And, well, he continues drinking but isn't too happy as Hungary is now moving up with that Sophia. Also turning its back towards an open wall.
Yeah, and, well, basically the trend we have been seeing the past two maps is continuing. So we're going to see a slow start of this round.
There comes the nade, hopefully to kill anyone or at least destroy some bandit traps. And there goes the wall indeed. Now there are some new angles. There's also an entry point towards the bomb side. They are getting close. We're also still trying to find an entry elsewhere.
Yeah, you saw the grenades being used there to get rid of the barbed wire, the bandit wires, and then possibly denying bandit who maybe, if you felt lucky, could bend a trick.
Oh, but there is power with the first kill onto Red Groove. And on that long range, of course, the Dokkaebi will be stronger as she has a weapon more suitable. Now we do see a 5v4. The attacking side of T3H is in the lead. And they will try to extend it as they do see a player. But it's Renils together with Secretly, both with a kill. And one of them from a C4. Now it's turned all around. And we see a 4-3 lead in players for Chaos as they try to hold on to these sides.
Yeah. And we, Glass should have had that kill. Secretly actually got quite low to get away Oregon. Lost the C4, so we'll only be able to give out some information. He's being afraid of being killed, actually.
Oh, and Oregon with his 1 HP spots a player, does a little bit of damage, but does not get the kill. It's Bandit now also extremely low. But now the lifelines come in, and so comes the push out of T3H as there's only 10 seconds left. They will plant the diffuser. No one in any position to stop it. As now the shots are being fired, but none are connected. It's a 4v3. The retake coming in from Chaos, and the first kill now for Crips. And that makes it a 2v4. The smokes come in, and Crips gets a second. It's only Hungry left on the Sophia with half HP. And eventually 0. It's a clean retake. Chaos makes it a 1-0 lead for them. This last map of this series.
Yeah, Chaos take the initiative here. And let's see how far they can bring it. Like, will they bring it to 3-0 and then... you know, we'll get it to see around. That's the question. It's gonna be important to see, like, if it's gonna be back and forth again, or if one of the teams will actually get a big advantage now. Because if they get ahead with 3 rounds or something, then it's gonna be this mental thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mental thing, and like also, you can be so much more confident as a team just going in thinking like, well, we got the aim advantage. We're out tacticizing them, if that's a word.
I mean, they just had an afterplant situation, and Krebs just ran in and killed 2 people, so that's a good thing.
Oh,
what is this? Secretly going for Caviera.
I was just gonna say, are you a Russian oligarch that's only
it's
eating
either
caviar
or Caviera or Spooky Lady or
is whatever you want her to be.
There's definitely there's a lot of names for her. Okay, Like caviar.
All right. Well,
People call
let's
it
see
caviar.
what Secretly can do with the Silent Lady, as it does suit his name. But will he be spotted out by a drone? Because that might be a giveaway. And he's running around with this pass. And of course also that silence pistol with the silent step as a combination to go with it. We see the setup coming in. We see the 1-0 lead for Chaos. And we see a new operator which we haven't seen yet this tournament. Will it Caveira change things up for the better or the worse?
Yeah. Let's see how this will work out. I want to see an interrogation coming in from Secretly.
10 seconds remaining.
I can understand that. I can find myself in that
5 seconds to insertion.
possible ID as we now go to yet another round. It's Secretly running around.
Attackers are moving out to
He's
locate a
now in the
bomb.
basement, checking if there's any good wines he can steal. Because they might be hella expensive in a hella big villa like this.
Yeah, definitely. We see Secretly roaming on the bottom floor. He's just going to probably hide there as long as possible.
Guys of T3H are knocking at the windows, but are not really too eager to move in just yet. Are leaving it to the drone so far. Oregon is making some ground. Does want to go in very eagerly, throw those nades, because over this wall we've seen some amazing nades with quite some kills in the previous day.
Yeah, but I don't think a nade here will actually kill someone, and I think if Oregon actually gets onto the position that he wants to throw a nade in, it will get killed from below.
And I think that's also what he's scared of, and luckily he does have that analytic level of thought, but now he's still playing on the position. No one on the lower floor though, so that's not really a very realistic threat. Smoke's now coming in, and there is some utility being thrown out just to hope that they can do anything. There is also an evil eye to maybe stop a charge, and they're just looking at it. What can they do? I believe they tried to use a nade, which didn't work out to destroy the evil eye. Now the first exothermic charge is being deployed. It will be destroyed though, and that's just the way it happens. Luckily though, they could trade it out for that evil eye. But still, there is the first kill for Sir Boss, and that is the opener for T3H. Smokes though doing a little bit of damage onto Glass. He smokes off himself.
Yeah, and Glass is going to be seeing one here, but Snookin gets that frag as it wasn't completely smoked off. Now, he was able to pick up that frag, and it's going to be 1 minute left. Canisters being deployed. No more canisters left in Snookin.
And
no more shotgun shells
well
left either. So he's going to have to do it with his SMG-11. Now, T3H is heavily droning, trying to find out all the positions of the anchors, when it's just basically Red Groove and Snookin. Secretly here, one in good position to come in for a late flank, but no interrogation will come out from this, as they're all too close on each other.
We want to see the Caveira have a good round, because it's something different completely. But now the logic bomb comes in. There's still one more in the pocket of Dokkaebi as the last smoke nade is being used. Now they're moving in with some more lifelines, but Grips has the first kill. It's a 4v3 advantage now for Chaos, but Secretly dies without getting any kills. It's Grips though with a follow-up, but unfortunately his team is falling. It's a 2v1 as Red Groove takes down Hungry, but I believe Grips is downed. He is currently out for the count, but the time is running out, and it's just Para left. He steps into the lesion mine. Red Groove with the pistol gets 2 kills.
Down, actually,
he wasn't down, but they were just chilling out, saying, well, you come to us, we're just here, the time is in our advantage. And they didn't even need to get the kill, as they would have won the round regardless, and that is Chaos getting yet another one, even though they lost the first frag once again.
Yeah, definitely, and well, good job here from Chaos. Like, unfortunately, Sir Boss wasn't completely smoked off as he went in, and that's the big mistake that marks that round. That's how Snookin could pick up that round, that kill on Glass, which denied them a lot of information.
If that smoke would have been better, would you expect them to pre-fire it?
I don't know. Like, you're gonna have an SMG-11, so basically 1 or 2 clicks, and your thing is like empty. So yeah. I don't know if you want to pre-fire that. Of course, at some point you'll just fire some shots in it to hope and get a lucky headshot or get a tag on the Glass and maybe take him out. So
maybe scare him off at least.
Yeah, at least scare him off. Tell him like, okay, you got your smoke down here, but we'll just keep on firing at you.
Now we see the Caveira again for Secretly at the last second, and well, last round it didn't really work out, so he's still doubting it, but eventually it will be locked in. And it is yet another round with
Defenders,
a
protect your bombs
unconventional
from being
pick.
used by attackers.
But let's see if it works this time. He got killed by Power when he tried to flank.
Yeah.
That's not really what he needs.
Well, I mean, just being there is good enough as well sometimes. If they know they have a Kavera, if they know there's a Kavera, then that could already be enough to be so careful, or just to go and start hunting. Like just it scares people somehow. Even though like in Pro League kind of level, you actually have nothing to worry about.
No, but still, it's something different, and you don't know exactly how they'll play it. You know, they'll try to roam and try to flank, and that's something that your boy secretly shines in massively. As yesterday, we've seen him do mighty fine stuff, but now just a little bit less of a direct impact, but eventually is top fragger most of the times. Now using his silent step destroys a drone in process, and we see the action phase starting once again. It is 2-0 up for Chaos right now, but they are not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, slow start we will have. Looks like they're going for top control just to create some vertical gameplay with the buck. As Krebs is actually getting close now to Oregon, I believe.
Okay. Secretly actually tried to peek out of the window but could not get an angle. As Krebs is trying to wallbang, there was someone on the other side, but he could not hit his mark because there's probably another wall in between. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but a nice try nonetheless, as they have found the bomb site. So they are moving closer, but it is Red Group with the first kill onto Oregon, and it is the guy you talked about earlier.
Kavera is about to sneak up on someone.
And that would be nice, as we now see the lesion trap, but Kavera is the woman to watch. As we now see Sir Boss just throwing a smoke, destroying that trap, and will maybe get pre-fired. No, he loses the timing, and the diffusers also drop whilst the Renewals is getting killed. But Red Groove again with a refrag keeps the advantage in line for the side of Chaos, as now Crips is in a nasty position, but he does get away for now.
Now, they basically have the upper hand here on Chaos, and it looks like they are going to 0-3. If it continues like this, definitely better prepared on this map so far, and compared to T3H. Now, T3H is honestly just struggling to get inside properly. Like, they got inside, but like, where do they go from there? Like, I don't know. Like, do we hold angles? Do we throw smoke grenades? They're just getting tagged and harassed and poked at when they're just playing around on the position they have.
And now the diffuser has been dropped, they know that Crips is there right now, but they can't find him just yet. He's wasting so much time as he just keeps annoying them, keeps shooting. Does not go away what normal people would do. And now there's only 40 seconds left on the clock. The diffuser still has to be picked up, and now secretly has the kill onto Para. And now is a 4-on-2.
He had the down, he didn't go for the interrogation because they were playing above, so it would have been too dangerous to do that.
He's around the corner right here. There's some shots being fired. It's Sir Boss being down, and it's Eronium. That is now very, very low. Will he die? Surely. And yes, he will. Grips and Snooken both with an exit, and that is the third round now for Chaos. They're just playing it amazingly. They're just running around, annoying, eventually getting kills left, right, and center.
Yeah, and well, Chaos is looking stronger than they have been, and more convincing than they have been this series.
Yeah, like actually on the first map it was back and forth. Second map it was back and forth, and now we just see utter dominance. And of course, I don't know the exact veto by heart. I can look it up, but I think that T3H might have misplayed that, unless if they're just banking on their defensive side to be insane. You have to win some attack rounds. Of course, they can still win too.
Yeah, what I said, it's gonna be like new map. Defense is more easy than attack. To learn, of course, because you're all going to be stacked up on one position and people have to come to you. So in that case, if it's a new map, you're going to see defensive side to be most of the time in favor. And then as long, like the longer it's out, the more the attack starts to actually win rounds. And that is maybe what we're going to see here. I mean, this was 3 easy defensive rounds from Chaos, mostly because T3H has no clue what to do. They enter the building and then they're just stuck there.
Yeah, they don't know how to enter. They don't know how to pincer. And now we see a Jackal to possibly get some more information early on. And that is a
rehost coming out.
Rehost coming out as Reynolds has just left. And we say, okay, of course.
For this one time.
Just because he's a cutie. It's a 3-0 lead right now for the defensive side. And they will try to make that better. We'll have to rehost. That won't take too long because it's a 3-0 lead. We just have to remember what sides they took, what bands there were. But those were as basic as can be. Was a Ying, a Lion, a Mira, and an Echo. And that is all we know.
Now we're going to see the fastest round in this series, guys.
As they're just going to pick those operators, will then win the round, and then we can rehost this game. Luckily, with the new system of Ubisoft implemented, we don't have to think and calculate stuff about rounds, and we can actually just implement everything and don't have to set rules for the players.
No,
luckily.
We don't have to keep an eye on what they want.
Exactly, and well, that's always a hassle because sometimes you just forget. You don't know it as a caster because why would you?
Why would we keep it there? Why would we pay attention to that? Now
we're live casters. We don't look at the past. We only look to the future and the present.
Well said.
Thank you. I try my hardest as we will now have the attackers win the round. I believe in roughly 2 minutes or less we can actually start again. So if
just
you
depends
have to
on how fast they're back in the game.
If you have a need to go for a P, do it very fast.
Do it now.
Because, well, our production was almost running away. It was like, oh wait, I still have to do stuff. I'll do it when the rounds are starting. And also, this is a beautiful moment to thank Trust Gaming for this venue where we are casting from. It is their showroom in their office in Dordrecht. And they've just been very hospitable for us, having some great food, snacks, drinks, everything we need.
Everything we need.
Except for massage chairs.
Yeah, that may be a new product. The Resto 807 maybe has a massage function in it.
Oh.
You just, push a button on your side and it starts going up.
Then you fall asleep while gaming and then you'll DC all the time. And that might not be the best case.
That's not the best case, no.
And
Echo and Ying are the bands with that. Yeah, there we go.
And the bands are in. Of course, we're also coaching our observer as he has to implement everything. As he's also the host for the server. Unfortunately, sometimes when players play at home, they still disconnect. And it's the same as with LAN, but you just don't like to see it. It was a 3-0 lead for Chaos, which will be staying there, of course.
Of course.
And the players are getting ready. And it was just Reynolds even saying sorry. Because the players are actually just very nice, very happy to play here. And so far, they've just been very kind as well.
And it's like a fun tournament as well. Just like... the community is just friends with each other, and that's a good thing, and that shows here.
Yeah, and that's a very good way to have a gaming community instead of people trying to knife each other in real life. As we'll now go back into a new round. It is a 3-0 lead for Chaos, and let's see if T3H on the attack can maybe change it up. They will go to the trophy room as it is now the one to hold. And we might see that pulse coming out last second. I believe we saw it change. But I don't really remember to what.
Again.
Now we see the Ash from Surboss as well. That might be like that rush potential that they need. They already have those long range with a Dokkaebi and maybe even a Sophia. But you just need the guy that just runs in and says, hey.
You just need a Leonski doing Leonski things.
Yeah, and Leonski is a guy from Trust Gaming, the team that actually lost from T3H. As they are now in the semi-final. And well, it's like sometimes you just have to run in, get those kills, and that's something that so far T3H hasn't been able to do.
Nope,
because you just saw Crips playing with that bandit upstairs, just running around, not even falling back, not even caring, not even hitting shots, and they didn't even need to. That's just the tactic they had.
That's the best thing. If you're just staying there and just shooting, you don't even need to hit because they're not going to push you then. That's best feeling as an anchor ever, but kind of scary sometimes because you don't know if they're actually coming or not.
Yes, well, now we see the new round starting. The action phase is about to get underway, and will this slight change up with the Ash now be the thing to make them win? I hope it for him, but Sir Boss has been on fire as well, so you do believe that he can put his impact in. Maybe those impact nades from Chaos will also reign supreme.
Drone coming out, and that will be spotted soon by Secret, Who's probably going to rotate out because, well, he's known to be there now.
It's a scary place, and well, the scary world is all around as he's moving across, hoping to see more drones, but he actually gets spotted once again and will try to pre-fire everywhere as shots are flying past, but he gets past as well. No problem for him, only a slight bit of damage done. And now the logic bomb comes in, so he can't really rest. He has to go back very far, but there's a player around the corner. He goes downstairs. That's something Sirboss did not really understand as of yet. But he will still hunt him down. There is a drone, there is a kill, and there's the opener for T3H. And that is the thing they need.
Droned out there. He was watching the drone instead of the player that could have come behind him. And that means Secretly will be gone on early in the round. 2 minutes left, and well, Sirboss got the entry frag. Now let's see if they can work on that. As of course, Chaos still has their defenses strong, and they still need to find a way in to the actual objective.
Yeah, of course, there is some pressure from Sirboss, who just had that first frag. But they've had frags in the past, and they did not know how to actually get something else out of it. As they see an evil eye, they get hit up by the bandit wires, and that's a bit rough as now a nade goes in to destroy that evil eye so they don't lose an exothermic charge. They still have to destroy those bandit wires, which they will now do with that second nade. Actually, a lot of health being lost by Iranian.
Yeah, well, he got accidentally shot first by Organ in the feet, and then he just stepped up against the bandit wall, so he took some damage from that.
Yeah, but the charge didn't go off just yet. Now it will, and it's
Red Groove.
That is just on point, and I believe he already lost 2 charges that way, and that is not the greatest thing. As now the bomb has been spotted, but they don't have the entry, and they have not got the entry on the wall.
Yeah, the thing is, like, that's what Sophia came in for. She tried to shoot in some of those concussion mines to probably stop Red Groove from doing what he just did. Failed to do so. Red Groove still took out both of the exothermic charges. And that proves why you do not actually need a bandit all the time.
On it again with yet another kill, this time onto Hungry, and he has been so impactful this map. As there's also some Legion mines, of course, laying everywhere. And there's another kill from Stuken now. And there's the advance for Chaos. They lose it in the start, but then they bring it back. But it's still a 3v3 as Sirboss has the refrag onto Red Groove. The Legion Trap is still doing some damage though, but he gets the kill onto Crimson. Regardless, as Renault dies to power, the time is running out. There's only Snuken in a 1v3. Players are low, but he does not get the kill just yet. They're all still up.
Does he have a smoke grenade left? Snoopkin. Will we get the first down? I think he actually... No, he got the kill, not the down. No gas canisters left, and you will have to find 2 more. But it's just 1 bullet for each of them, for any single one of these players. As he's trying to find one, will be not getting the frag on Oregon, who will be picking him up. And saving Dokubi's life like that.
Yeah, nice crossfire right there from the players, as it was a bit chaotic, a bit... too greedy possibly from Sirboss, running in with the Ash with no apparent
reason.
Out, though. Yeah, it worked out, but why would you? Why would you give him a 1v2 instead of a 3v1?
You mean Ash?
Yeah.
Because they didn't expect him to push in. He got like 2 kills like that.
Well, you never know. Now we do have that 3-1 scoreline. T3H bringing it back a little bit. But no real change so far for the side of Chaos, as they think, well, let's not just have Secretly die early on once again by some drones and some annoying Ash chasing him. And let's maybe just hold it more passively this time.
Secretly swapping over again. This time going for a Jaeger, possibly to block out those grenades that could possibly take out the bandit wires.
Yeah, I think they are aware that it might not work the same time around. Because those impact nades are a bit iffy every now and then. And while the Ash brings some nice tempo swing to the party as well, which might actually hurt the side of Chaos.
Definitely. Now I'm interested to see how they'll actually start attacking this on Chaos. We'll see that next round, as this is maybe their last defensive round in this series. As Nils is quickly putting down his evil eyes, or laser cameras as they're called by the overlay right now.
It's the old names which they once used.
It's a fitting name as well. Shoots laser, basically. So.
It's like a James Bond gadget.
I thought it only changed that name when you were wearing an elite skin, but apparently it also changes it if you are just normal.
It just keeps you sharp, mate.
It just keeps it sharp. Just has different names for all the time.
It's better that way as we go into the action phase. The tree is still alive. Don't you worry, son. These guys know how to do it nicely, as it's now a 3-1 scoreline. Chaos is in the lead, but just barely. So they might lose that lead just a little bit more, or they can extend it to a 4-1, and that would be a nice one if they would then go attacking. They only need 2 more rounds. First up, they need to fight this one off. And so far, it seems it's not the fastest round again for T3H.
No, but you don't want to have fast rounds, because if you go fast, you'll make mistakes. You'll forget about clearing some angle, which might have a secretly in it, for example. So you want to take it slow. You want to get your control bit by bit, because else you are going to be in trouble. Now, Sir Boss will be taking down that evil eye who quickly tried and undo himself of that pesky little M320. And just see Sir Boss just holding the angles now.
Goodbye to your Legion Mind, says Sir Boss, as it just pops in front of him. But now there are some possible entry points, but they spot there is an ADS. So those HEs to clear those bandit wires don't really work that well. They now have spotted the bomb, but they have not got an entry point just yet. The flashbang's being used. The ADS is now almost out of charges. It is actually. And Hungry will try to distract some people. Nades coming in. It will now explode, and the thermite charge will work. Second nade.
Oh no, it's the impact nade of Red Groove again.
Oh my.
Red Groove is just absolutely decimating the thermite player with those impact nades. He's like, you aren't going to open up this wall. But he's about to get peeked from his back, though, if he doesn't pay attention.
And he is scared. He's being pincered all around, and they're just waiting for the possible time. The moment they will set that thermite charge, they might actually also go for the flank. There's now also a drone spotting him out. It's a big group of T3H players that are all chilling together. And they're now
because the
setting
second thermite charge. But he isn't gonna, like, Red Groove is gonna wait till it actually starts the detonation, and then he's gonna throw it and destroy it. So again, no thermite charges to work with for T3H. Because Red Groove is just being who he is and killing those exothermics as soon as he hears the detonation.
Barra is actually sneaking through the Legion Mine, taking some damage. It's only stacking more and more and taking a tick after tick. I believe there were 4 in total. And that is not the nicest, as he's now on half HP. It's Sir Boss moving in. It's Reynolds though with the first kill. He tries to get a second, but it's Red Groove with the follow-up. And now it's Grips with yet another. It's in 5-on-2, and Hungry is low, as he does get 1 kill, but he gets straight out straight away. It's only Iranian that wants to do something, but he dies too secretly, and that is a round for Chaos and a 4-1 scoreline after the first half. And that is just what they needed.
The final map, final half of the final
semi-finals. And we just had the final countdown as well, and now we're going into round 6. It will be Chaos attacking after getting a 4-1 lead on the defensive side. And can they make it quick, or will they have some trouble after this? The winner will have to face Vitality.
Yeah.
And oh my, have they been looking strong today.
Yeah, Vitality definitely did a good job, and well, Chaos looking really strong so far as well on this map. So maybe they just woke up, you know, because last time they also played quite late. So yeah, that might be the thing.
Yeah, and just so far, when I look at Vitality, they have played Villa. They have destroyed Deus. Yeah. Then Deus is just another level than Chaos, so you don't know. They know something about the map. They played it decently. But you would almost say that Chaos should be stronger. Maybe this would be the map of Chaos. You never know.
Possibly.
They've just had that warm-up, but then again, you can also say probably Vitality's watching. Probably Vitality knows some stuff. They're picking things up.
Okay, now they said they have to choose. Maybe that's a good point. We have to take care of Red Groove, you know, because he seems to be completely denying the entirety of the Thermite all the time. And they're actually not going for Thermite this time. They're going for Hibana.
And that is something.
So that might be the actual. Like we saw T3H use Thermite. Now we see Chaos use Hibana. Now that might be the difference that you need. Maybe you cannot kill that with the impact nade. I do not know. I would guess so.
Angle stuff things, and well, you might just know. And oh my!
That's an frag right there from Crips.
He's just shooting. He's just shooting, and he is killing. That is disastrous.
Frag.
And amazingly, our observer always catches all the action as we now have a opener for Chaos, even though the round just started. Is the quickest kill we've seen so far this tournament. It's also one that might be the most disastrous, as it's already 4-1 for Chaos, and they might actually... Oh wow, they're already going in so fast as well. And as you said, indeed, the smoke is now down. It's Reynolds, one of the heavy fraggers of Chaos, moving in relatively
He's
fast.
stuck in the plant?
Yep, and now he is dead. It's Reynolds with a second frag of the round.
Nice power.
And that makes it a 5-on-3. Your beloved 3 will now deliver a kill to the side of Chaos and make it even easier.
That's what you get for destroying the tree all the time. It just swallows you and, you know, acts like a snake.
Eventually Mother Nature strikes back.
Yeah.
And we will all pay.
There's some dark vision you have right there.
You know.
Have you watched the movie Inferno?
Oh, and look at this. He's spraying down and ooh. He does get turned on by Oregon, but he has tagged Iranian down to very low HP. And Oregon isn't too healthy either. Good run out from him after he saw all those shots coming out, and he knew there weren't any bullets left by Reynolds, but now they at least know that there's an ADS somewhere around that area.
Yeah, just gonna destroy that shield to, you know, limit any disability. Now he's like, oh, I should have actually used it on the Maestro camera, maybe.
That would have been a bit better, but now he's just going to go raw aim, goes turn around. Hopefully someone will shoot at him, but the chances of that happening are very slim.
Oh,
now what?
Secretly there.
Sir Boss is rotating, but no more as he gets taken out. A headshot in his grips now with a follow-up onto Oregon. And that makes it a 4-1. It's only Iranian with a sliver of health left, and he will die. And that means it's now 5-1. Map and match point for Chaos. After they had a magical entry. And the rest just came. Simple as it is.
So fast. Like, they knew, okay, smoke's gone. That's an extra 45 seconds on the clock. But you know what? Why would we go slow?
Yeah, like, if we just put on the pressure right now, they don't know. Because, of course, the smoke has a certain role in the defense. And now,
but like maybe T3H, like you would expect, okay, we have it from a team of this caliber that it's like, okay, we have the entry frag, we're gonna be calm now, like, because we have the advantage already. No need to make risks that we don't need to take. And then actually they're taking a risk because possibly, I mean, the buck was in really quick and got a frag like that, so that's 2 frags up, and then everything just went really fast.
But would you say, just because smoke is usually an anchor for the side, that you think, oh, one of the roamers now has to fall back, and you would say, like as Chaos, like, maybe you can push in and take that rotator?
If you take smoke, smoke is like the biggest entry denial there is of like any operator in Rainbow Six Siege. If you kill him like that, then you just lost like 3 reasons that you do not have to worry about anymore. Those 3 beauties, these toxic babes, they are so, well, important for the defensive team to just stall it out.
I would super like him on Tinder, but unfortunately they never...
Super like the toxic babe?
Yeah. Unfortunately they never crossed my screen, as we now have the setup for T3H, who just lost the first round on defense. But, well, they still can come back, make it to overtime, and if they will, Chaos will be trembling in fear. But now they are confident. Now they're going in for yet another action phase.
Actually, no smoke this time coming out from T3H.
That's quite interesting, actually.
Yep.
Will they come to haunt them? Because, as you said, it's the biggest entry denial operator in the game so far. But now,
if they don't know it's not there, they would still be afraid of it, of course. So that would still give you some caution. But as soon as you know all the operators, then it's going to be over.
Well, you would say they have a lot of intel already, as they are now just clearing things. Reynolds is moving around, destroying a camera, and now we'll move on up just to see where that entry may lie again for him. Or if he might die to a player of T3H.
Possibly like 2 Goon mines spotted there. Reynolds will be taking them down. That's one. Then if there was a second one, or if that was actually just a drone turning so quickly, it looked like 2. Destroying the plant there. Trying to kill the Maestro. Evil Eye there, but wasn't able to do so.
Or was he?
He's trying to do so. He's getting spotted now constantly by that.
He's just bullying him like, oh, you tried to
like, no, no,
destroy
no.
me? Oh, that's so sad. But now the pushes come in and Reynolds does some damage but gets tagged up heavily.
Drop the bomb.
And he's only on 1 HP, also his feet being tagged up, but he gets away with his life. Only
We're
on
gonna ask
20
for a
HP
reset
though.
soon.
Attackers
As he is low, he's like there's plenty of time for them to reset, and that is most likely what they will do. As Red Groove is now making his way into that wall there, which, you know, is both the B and the A bomb side to most likely put down some Hibana X Kairos pellets and open up some rotation. Well, some viewpoints on line of sight. Now that one cannot be destroyed with a impact nade. Neither can that one. And it gives you so much extra information if you just lie down.
Well, of course, the Ash is quite strong, and there's the second set, and that will bring in an entry point that is not being stopped. And now, well, they have the diffuser. Now they're going to move in slowly. It's 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's Snooken just chilling out. Phones are ringing, and they now know someone is underneath and secretly with the kill. He will get traded out, but it's a 4v4. And the bug has been reset in the past. Phones are still ringing. Now they try to turn it off, but now the kill is there for Crips. It's a Radiant going down, and only 3 players left for both sides as Parra gets the refrag.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Barrett gets killed now by Renils. Hungry comes back to trade him out, and it's Trade City here as Oregon takes down Crips. Where is he to be traded out? There it comes Hungry, taking down Snook, and it's going to be 5-2. And T3H fighting back, not quite done yet on Villa.
It was like a tennis game, going back and forth, and then eventually T3H grabbed multiple balls and hit him in the face of Chaos, getting the round and making it a 5-2. But still there's map and match point for Chaos right now, as we will see them fighting again for that win. I'm being laughed at apparently, which is
Yeah, you don't have multiple balls in tennis.
well, you have them in your pocket.
Yeah, but why would you all grab that? That's against rules, Tolders, man.
YOLO. Just BM. Like, I can't win the fair way, you just gotta do it that way.
So you're saying that they're cheating?
No. They're just taking advantage of the assets that they have lying around.
Okay. Political correct answer, I guess.
Yes, sort of. Hitting people in the face with balls is never a good idea. It might even become a lawsuit against you.
Like, disclaimer, we did not tell you to do this.
And disclaimer, please don't. As
Please don't do this.
As we now see a Valkyrie coming in, possibly from Hungary.
Yep.
As they
Set with
still
smoke.
don't feel something for the smoke.
That might be bad luck after he just got killed instantly.
He's just traumatized again. We see so many traumas coming up in this
Traumas all the way.
series so far. Bandits that don't deserve or are way too scared to actually get close because they know there are nades flying in. And now it is a 5-2. Chaos is doing some lovely work, but they need to finish it. It's like with the project. If you start, you have to finish it. If you don't, well, you'll just get a bad mark, won't you?
Yeah, but that's basically how it goes. If you don't finish your stuff, then your teacher will not be happy.
10 seconds to go.
Hey, it's the best way I can explain it, as it's now going into a new action phase. Setup-wise, it's pretty much the same for Chaos.
Yep.
But let's see if
It's a different
Renils
side,
won't go
though.
low that fast, or at least maybe get an entry. He had the opportunity last time around, but choked it up and got sprayed from multiple angles.
Now, let's see if they will be able to get an entry. Like, the entry is going to be so important, and I think, really, that kill on smoke basically secured at least the overtime for Chaos. Like, attacking seems to be quite hard for them as well. So getting that round them is such of a mental advantage. Just the opportunity to mess up 2 more times now is something that really helps you.
It's like a chill pill, and they're just
It's like a get out of jail free card.
yeah, that's maybe the politically more correct
Oh,
answer,
right.
as we have some phones ringing around with all those phone addicts just sitting on them constantly. And they're just not paying attention anymore.
That is why you mute your phone before you go into a tactical operation, guys.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna answer his phone the 3 minutes that people actually come in to go and try and kill you? Why would you have your phone on?
Maybe when your mom is calling.
I wouldn't pick up that.
Your mom is probably watching, you know that, right? As we now have Sir Boss peeking in to secretly gets the kill and the opener. Now the Fetcher comes in, and now the... Oh!
That is unfortunate right there.
And that is a block, and there is also that
There go,
impact
the
nade that we
pellets.
wanted to see in an extra bandit trap. And now we see a very good start right here from T3H, but now they have to hold on. But they don't. Snookin gets the kill onto Oregon, wants to get a second one. It's a 4v4, damage being dealt. Phones are ringing, I believe. And now they are moving in
Someone
slowly.
did not turn off his phone yet, and Snookin is here to... Alright, I'll step it up then. If we cannot open up the wall, I'll just go in myself and kill people like that. Like, something he's so good at, just to aim at those corners where normally someone is playing.
Yeah, and Grips is just sneaking up like a madman. But
Yeah.
now he is dead. Barra gets the kill onto him, and now the push comes in, but it's Sir Boss with a double. And that makes it a 3-1. Reynolds is the only man left, gets 3 players with 40 seconds on the clock, and the diffuser dropped in front of him.
Yeah, can Reynolds do this? A 1v3. It's going to be hard, but we have seen it before today. Don't know why he would go and try to go for that shot on that C4. Basically giving away his position. Manages to get back the diffuser before being taken out by Para. Meaning that round 8 will be going up to T3H. And we're going to be in a 3-5 situation. And they're fighting back.
Yes, but is fighting back enough? There are still some possibilities for Chaos after they got that map and match point earlier on. And this is the decider map, so they have to fight for what is worth. And if they don't, they are out of the money. Because then T3H would fight for Fatality, and that would be right after this one.
Yeah.
Of course, we want to give the players a little bit of a break after, because they have to recuperate from what has happened. So we'll discuss with them
3
how
long maps with overtime, time and time again.
Yeah, I think you're pretty hammered after that one.
Yeah.
And you might want a banana, because a banana is the quickest.
You eat
energy
bananas all the
food.
time.
Yes, I love my
Like,
bananas,
you would talk
man.
like when I'm casting,
Oh, yeah.
I have like 20,000 bananas in my refrigerator.
Oh, yeah. I do love me some bananas. It's just the way I like them.
Oh no.
You have to be energized, you know?
Yeah, I know. But why only bananas?
Because they're good for both your throat and your energy level. They're probably the quickest energy you can get. Yeah,
Like
but
normally when I eat a banana, it just doesn't. Like yeah, I don't know.
I trust in placebo. I'm a simple man. If it works for me, I say it works for me. Maybe it does nothing.
It doesn't work for everybody. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah, you're not a banana man.
My throat doesn't feel better after I eat a banana.
Well, that's just your throat. Maybe you're just doing it wrong.
I'm eating the banana wrong.
Yeah.
Can we get a banana here so we can let Tollersma eat a banana on stream and show
I've done that
everybody how
before.
it's
It's
done?
not safe for work, and I don't think Ubisoft would agree.
Okay, I'm getting a no here from the observer that he does not want to see this.
I don't care about the observer's opinion. Or at least I never did. Now we will see the action phase starting, as we're going to see a similar setup as before. Especially from Chaos, who are not adapting whatsoever. They're banking on this working eventually, but so far it has not. And so far I don't see how it would. They lose the advantage every now and then, and they don't really have a clear plan how to enter, as they're just sneaking around.
They're gonna need to
and
control
losing
for this
players.
one. So I think they're gonna get control of the top floor here. There's only one, which is Sir Boss, who, however, kind of took apart the entire team last round. So him and Oregon here are gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Oregon getting the first frag on Snookin. So Snookin gone is kind of some fragging potential gone, because he gets those frags every now and then. As we see a barcode being banned from the game, is Oregon getting another frag there, secretly gone. And yeah, definitely looking good here for T3H. When we said they were really bad on attack, now it looks to be turned around. Chaos has no clue how to get in. And I dare to say that whenever we get to overtime, the team starting on the defense will win.
Oh, bold statements right here from Hap, but currently Para has the follow-up. It's only Crips that can do something in return, and that makes it a 4v2. It's only Reynolds and Crips left. They still have one logic bomb left. They still have some HEs, but that is maybe not enough, as they are back against it. Will get closer, but don't have top control, because there's still a player chilling around there.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Crips now. I mean, if they get 1 or 2 frags, it's gonna be totally doable.
Two shots being exchanged, and now the C4 takes down Reynolds, and it's a 1v4 for Crips.
No.
He's running
Are we gonna
around.
try it again, or are we just gonna be shut down as soon as they start the actual hype for this one?
Just try it.
Alright, Valkyrie will be right here with it. Should it bug? I don't know, but that frag should be coming here, but again...
Oh, it's a bug.
Crips gets taken out.
It's
That's
not a shutter bug, but
like,
it's a weapon bug.
What is that? Is she actually holding a black eye here to throw, or is she holding a gun? But that, yeah, well, that answers the question. She was holding a gun, and again, not happening, the 1v4.
And now we will see if we actually go to overtime or not, as it's 5-4 right now. And T3H have had a miraculous comeback. But, well, I've seen comebacks many times, and most of them actually stumble and fall just before the finish line, and that's always sad.
The sad thing. Like, that last round, people just completely swap around.
Yeah, and they say like, "Oh yeah, boys, we can do it," and just when they say that,
that's when they jinx it.
Someone forgets to tie his shoelaces.
I'm not going to say anything, because then it's going to be Caster's curse, and the opposite is going to happen. So
oh, and then you're going to get blamed.
I'm going to get blamed for whatever. So I'm going to say nothing.
All right, interesting. But now we do see the smoke again. After Hungry was a bit, well, scared of picking it every now and then, and now we see it. Now let's see if he doesn't get entry straight away by the boy Crips.
Oh, six-pack.
Oh.
Caster curse be true.
Please no.
Oh,
it is a smoke into a smoke, and oh my.
Play. That is definitely, like, they're just messing with us. I'm pretty sure they're watching and they like to mess with us.
Luckily, we have a 3-minute delay, so that means that the players don't know what we say, especially about the route. We now see a pretty default setup. Once again, Chaos not innovating whatsoever. Would you say that maybe a Jackal or something silly like that would actually work for him?
Nah. I don't think so. Like, they lose the gunfights on the actual site, or someone who's anchoring in there anyway, so they're just losing by a guy who's playing his position very well, and that's something they have to deal with, but they don't. And like, an extra drone could be the solution here.
Alright.
Or a Monte, but yeah, well, that's too late for now.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
In the sky. I want to do what needs to be done. Run in with that shield. Show them what the world is really about, as we now see Reynolds just droning. And I don't know if that actually went the right way.
That was a quick cut right there, so it looked like Reynolds' drone actually did not fail.
Okay, as we now see the bandits still wiring up. And, well, he is electrifying so far. As Sir Boss is probably getting the most frags for his team so far. The phone is ringing, but secretly he has the opener. And finally he does something, and it's on towards Iranian. T3H now for a change on the back foot. As the first frag is there, and wouldn't you first run in before you would destroy that barrier?
Yeah, well, he destroy the barrier probably for his Renewals to get an entry or a line of sight here. Quickly droning out if there's anybody on the other side, so he knows if it will be safe for him to jump in. Now, sees no one is there. And Red Groove as well droning. They know they have a lot of control here now. Secretly will be coming on the back. Just quickly destroying all the utility they can find here. Most likely grenade is about to be thrown up there.
Oh.
Wait, what?
That's very awkward, as Reynolds is now learning that that little angle might mess him up. And he will throw a nade to destroy that evil eye. As he knows people
has it been destroyed now, though? That's the question. Yeah, okay. Yes. We was checking it just to be sure.
Thanks, Reynolds. Mine being utterly dominated by the players of Chaos, as they're now moving in. They have had a better start, except for that little evil eye, which was a little pesky
waste of utility right there. Now we're gonna see Crips just he wants to push, but there's barbed wire there, so you kind of do not want to push. However, Oregon thinks otherwise. He's ready to peek out. He's ready to get the frag, but no one is there anymore. Red Groove now going to the party to open up the wall and create an entry point for Chaos to move through, as he's creating multiple, and this gives Oregon the prompt to actually try and
Farah has the kill onto Snooken, makes it a 4v4, and somehow they bring it back slightly. Now there are some smokes being thrown, but there's 35 seconds left on the clock, and he still has 2 canisters, I believe. But there's also still an HE from the nulls, which hasn't been used. He would say just throw it in, try to see what you can do. And now we see a second logic bomb. Now the utility goes flying in. The flashbangs go. And will also the kills fall? There is the HE of Renul's taking down Sir Boss. And that makes it a 4v3. The spots come out though. And will they get the kills or will they fall? Sparrow with the follow-up Sparrow with 2. And that's a 3v2. And do we go to overtime? It seems so. It's Renul's in a 1v2. The time is running out and he can't get the plant here, can he?
No, I don't think he can plant here. He's going in with the shotgun, but he will not be able to do it. And Hungry will be bringing his team to overtime here. And it looked so well for Chaos, but they aren't able to do it as of yet.
And you were thinking we'd be home in time, but no, we're going to overtime on every map so far in this series. And we still have a best of 3 to play after. And one thing which should be noted is that Iranian's internet is just terrible so far, and he isn't doing too bad.
I'm thinking that Vitality will have the better hand of whoever gets out of this. Vitality had so much, like, they didn't have as much playtime, but that means they're going to be fresher than these guys. These are already in top focus for like 3 hours now. So they're going to be tired after this.
Yes, and well, let's see what they can do. It is on the defensive side, T3H, and you said whoever starts there will win. And
yeah,
that might
but
be...
caster curse, so I'll retract that statement.
Oh.
Because I don't want to be the one that will be blamed.
But then how does it work? We see a new
I'm still
pick
gonna
maybe from Hungary. Will he stay on smoke after it worked out sort of last time? But it seems to be a Valkyrie. And now we will see T3H to try to get the lead right here. They have the best papers as they are now on the defensive side. And so far both teams have won 4-1 on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And well, these scores are slightly slanted due to a remake halfway.
Yeah, it looks like there's little frags, of course, in the game, but it's actually been more.
Yeah, and a big shout out to MapBandyU for this the thing overlay, and of course their support for us and the scene.
Yeah.
And do make sure to visit them and check what they have in offer to maybe help you out if you have an or a casting or a tournament.
Starting caster and you need like an overlay, then best thing is to just approach them. Maybe they can help you. So.
Indeed. Well, action phase starting right now, and whoa, who would have guessed Chaos with the same operators once again? It is something which is the most static I've ever seen in my life, and so far it has not been working out so far. But apparently this is what they say they need to stick to.
If you keep on bashing your head into the same stone long enough, sometime it will break.
Or you die.
Or you die. It's gonna be either one of those two. So that's maybe the one they're trying to, they're trying to figure out. Will we die or will it work eventually?
Well, as a Frisian, I have a head made of stone, but still, I don't think I could win against the rock. They always say you can't stop the rock.
You can what?
You can't stop the rock. That's a song as well.
Maybe not now. Unless you have like a hydraulic press and stuff like that. But
well, we're getting advanced. We don't have that. Now we see 1 minute already gone from the clock. And in the basement there is a Hungry. Just checking with the cam if there's an opener somewhere waiting for him to bounce, to strike. And get ready to spit some fiery rhymes through his mic.
wow. When are you going to record your rap song, Toldos, man?
Soon TM secretly has the first kill. That's the opener onto Para, and Para has been instrumental for the wins on the side of T3H so far. So this might actually spell a lot of trouble, and somehow, some way, it's Chaos getting closer, but they still need a second entry to maybe make it work. But often on the side the problems really started. Yeah. They couldn't really get the bomb down. And now they still have 1 minute 10, and they have a
frag coming in from secretly there. As Oregon was the one I was thinking to be the, the next frag, but then out of nowhere, Sir Boss moves over in front of him and secretly is there to pick it up. Iranian now going on the flank as it's starting to collapse. Now 1 minute left, and it's looking really, really good for Chaos.
Sir Boss said, "No, Mr. President," went in front and then died, and that is quite dramatic as we see Red Groove now droning, and that is a kill for secretly number 3. But his mate is dying, is snooken C4 by Hungry, but still a great advantage for Chaos, even though Crips is on half HP. He don't care. They'll soon enter a side. The phone is ringing. The two players are grouped up from T3H. And now they will not be able to stop this, you would say. And especially when Crips runs in, gets one kill and tries to go for the second. Iranian is confused, does not know what is happening. And the diffuser is being planted. It is now a 1v4. And you would say this is done. And indeed, Renils gets the last kill and somehow kills in overtime. Win their first attacking round in ages.
Yeah, in 5 rounds they won their first attacking round. So,
decent.
Pretty decent. Then I was about to say Caster's curse, you know.
Oh, would you now?
I said it. It was going to happen.
Oh. What did you do, Hap?
I did nothing.
How much did they pay you? You're a biased caster anyway, so you know.
Yeah.
As we now
maybe Leonsky, he came by. He said, you know, make sure those Chaos guys win because we lost from T3H.
Alright, I see now as it's 6-2-5. We see now Chaos on the favored defensive part. And, well, T3H, can you make it back? Can you then say, haha, we'll go all the way and make it go our way?
That's going to be the question. Will Red Groove just stop the entirety of Hibana this time? It's not going to be a Termite. I think they figured out themselves as well that Termite indeed doesn't work and then saw the Hibana of Chaos actually works, so they swapped it out themselves as well.
Yes, and now we are going to go in the prep phase. The Hibana doing much more work, as especially those Legion impact nades were a hell for T3H, because every time the charge was put on the wall, you saw it going off and boom.
Like, it happened once, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna try again. Like, why?
Maybe it worked this time. But, like, then I don't understand, because they always had a Sophia. Maybe you can stun them.
That's what they were doing. But if you're already aiming at the position, it doesn't really matter, because you just throw. It's just one...
Yeah.
It's not an interaction that you do. Like, it's not a casting bar, for example, that it has. Like, you interrupt the casting bars with Zofia, but not like throwing a grenade. It doesn't just stop like that.
Well, that is Rip and Pepperino for T3H, but maybe with this Hibana they can make it work. As we now go into the action phase, and I don't think Renils goes for an aggressive peak this time around, which is sort of his forte. But let's just hold this fort for now, as Chaos is now in the lead and will try to extend it to a map win. Then they will have to fight Vitality. It will be a tough one. But of course, there are still possibilities to get back in it.
Of course, there is just one win and you're all the way back on square. And then they're going to have the favorite, like the favorite side, which is defense. So all they have to do is just win this attacking round. That's it.
It's the only thing
like almost nothing
to do. It sounds so simple in your mind.
It sounds so simple, but it's not.
But it never is the way you want it to be, as we see secretly, of course, roaming. That Jaeger just missed by that drone officer boss, who's now being cleared out. Secretly is moving for that aggressive peak the moment they decide to go into the bedroom. He is ready to strike and get that opener, and there they go. There they come in. And there they might go into the arms of secretly. Sir Boss is doubting himself.
I believe Ash is getting... Sir Boss is opening up near secretly, actually. And that was indeed the position secretly was playing near, but he has fallen back. He's still up there.
Oh,
His boss been spotted there, and he's just pre-firing his entire magazine there into Sir Boss, not hitting anything, but preventing Sir Boss from actually peeking him.
And now he goes to the cellar just to cool off a little bit as his phone is ringing. Hopes that there is no real connection there, but eventually has to turn it off anyway. Grips is now also moving up a little bit. And that is the bandit. Shoulder now being spotted,
Doesn't he
you would
see
say.
that?
I believe so. He was aiming at it. And now he does see that there is a difference. Knows he missed an opportunity. And now they go towards the bomb site ever so slowly. Smoke nade being used. And Crips just pre-firing, not hitting anything though. He should be careful that he would not be flanked eventually.
Only 50 seconds left though, and it's looking really bad for T3H at this point. Like, they don't have the control they want yet. They haven't even made an opening yet. They didn't even dispatch from the Bennett Warriors yet. How are they supposed to open stuff up? Now the first smoke grenades will be coming down, and finally Buck will be putting down some pressure from below. 35 seconds left, still 5 on 5.
Oh.
Oregon will be picked up by secretly there. And it's looking bad now. Sir Boss will be actually entering, taking down Renewals. 4-on-4 situation. Power taking down Crips. 4-on-3. And it might actually still go either way. However, 20 seconds left. No opening. They basically have to force themselves through a little doorway.
Are there, and secretly is slowly coming in the flank, and little do they know, Sir Boss has left the game, and that makes it a 3v3, and that is destruction for T3H, as there's also a kill, and eventually they win it. The flanks come in, and somehow, some way, it is Chaos winning it with a 7-5 scoreline after winning a tech round after a very long time, and a very, very unlucky disconnect right there.
Very unlucky disconnect from Sir Boss there, but unfortunately nothing they can do about it.